Nation, dilly, happy Friday night. What's good? What's good? We are live tonight for a brand new episode of the Guru Nation podcast, live edition. Y'all heard that right? That's right. We are live on the YouTube, starting a whole network on this thing. So really appreciate everyone that's strapped in with us. We're gonna talk all kind of shit tonight, mainly football, maybe some tangents. We got some special guests in the building, and we love to talk our shit. And Peacock, Bogard is sitting backstage. We'll bring them out in a little while. But to kind of preset the stage for y'all, we're talking championship games, of course, and then we'll be talking early fantasy talk, off-season speculation, and then we'll each get our rant. We're going to rant and rave about whatever's on our mind. I've got mine ready to go. Be a little different than last week. Last week, I freaking had to put ESPN on blast, man. It's just AJ Dillon at 104. I still can't get over that, but anyway, we're having a good time, and I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. And before we get going, y'all, make sure to go check out bet.nola.com. Live sports betting for mobile is live in Louisiana, y'all. It is legal. It is legal, live, ready to go on all the apps. Caesars is my app of choice since they endorse us at BetNola. Have up to $400 in bonus money now. I made my first bet today, put 50 on the Bengals, and now they gave me a nice big bonus. So if y'all want in on that stuff, y'all go check that out at Caesars and use the new NOLA new, I believe, is the new promo code. But anyway, let's get into this thing. We are gonna have a fun show tonight, and let's bring out our special guest. We will start with our returning guest host. He goes by Luigi, and the earth is his turf. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bogard Scott Free.
Yes. The earth is my turf.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was late.
All good. We're all a little late.
I was busy defending my title.
Yeah, 5-time. You're a 5-timer this year.
I'm a 5-timer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he played more leagues than me. I only got 2. I'm gonna have to up my game next year.
I only played in 21.
Yeah, I played 13. So yeah, your ratio was a little bit better. Yeah, you had a really nice year. I remember when you won your thing, AJ Dillon, and you need AJ Dillon, and you're like, yeah, you needed him, and then your Niners shut him down. So you've been winning both ways. You had a nice fantasy year now, and your reality team, Niners are killing it.
Man. We're just having fun. Even, and I'm not doing good in our Battle Royal playoff league, but in the Hustler League, where it's head to head, I'm in good shape in that one. Like I'm already in the money in that league too, which is tight because there's like phases. You know what I mean? So if we got to this phase, yeah, it's already. So I'm already.
That kind of. Yep. Big shout out to Huss. About to have him on soon. The 420 crew there. Y'all go check out FF Hustler. Always lit there. We did the circle last night. Man, finished third again, man. Hey,
speaking of the circle, man, bring in the cock.
Right. Yeah, we got to bring in our brand new special guest for this week. Y'all may know him as the Peacock, but on the circle, he just goes by the Cock, Mr. Miles Peacock. Oh, you're on mute, brother.
What up, gentlemen? Sorry, I was on mute. I was on mute. Thank you for having me on the show. It's an honor. You host very well. You come on very strong. So I love the way you do things, Spence. It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I think this may be the first time I'm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I don't know if we've done any IG streams. Yeah, I think this is the first time ever. First time ever in Guru Nation history. So welcome aboard, bro.
You know,
eyewitness history,
breaking boundaries, and doing things and whatnot. You know, and it's so weird. I don't want to hop completely off this stream, but I have a guest who just showed up at my house. So I introduced myself. I'm here. I'll be back in 30 seconds. But everybody who doesn't know me, if you would do me a favor and you go check out that website right there, neonpeacock.threadless.com. And in the spare time, you want to get to know me, you can see some of my artwork. I do a lot of digital work in the fantasy football community. And not only that, but I do other things. My website's not fantasy football related yet, but we are going to push a lot of artwork out this upcoming season.
Yes, we are.
With the help of the creative mind, Mr. Bogard Scott Free, assisting me in my artwork. So we're going to have some great stuff, some great merch later on that you can get some of your favorite players with some cool nicknames and some cool artwork from yours truly. So awesome. Appreciate you having me on the space, and we're going to have some fun. I'll be back in probably like 2 minutes. All right. Just sorry about that.
All good, brother. All good. We'll launch this thing off, and then we'll get you back. We gonna get going.
Hold it down. Oh
yeah, we got you. And I want to let the people know we got a new banner back here. We got the Who Dat Nation, baby. We bleed black and gold all day, every day, black and gold to the day I die. I don't care about Sean Payton. I'm just putting it out there because this motherfucker quit on us, man. Wait, how old are you? Yeah, 24. Just turned 24 last week.
So this in your lifetime, since you've been a lifelong Saints fan, but since 9 years old, that's when you got Sean Payton.
Yep. Okay. Yep, 8 actually. Yep, I was born in 98, so yep.
Dang.
Yep. Oh yeah. Really? I've had Sean Payton forever, man. But I could see that. I kind of saw this coming. Honestly, I don't know, man. He wasn't as quiet. He wasn't like loyal as Breeze, man. Like I knew Breeze was gonna retire as a Saint and all that. I wasn't worried about him, but Peyton, I always was a little worried about Peyton because he always had that big timer mentality. He always seemed like he always wanted to be doing something bigger, like with defense. Like, and I think honestly, what really pissed him off, what kind of set him over the edge, was Bountygate. Having to sit that year out, he probably figured, he's like, man, this is fucking bullshit, man. This New Orleans, the league has it out for us. And I think in that off season, he just kind of was just like, fuck it, you know.
Wasn't it Greg Wilson?
Oh, Greg Williams, yeah, the asshole defensive coordinator. Yep, yeah, he's the one. He was the mastermind behind it. It wasn't even really Peyton's doing. So overall, though,
was it against us? It was against my Niners, huh? Was it the game against my Niners?
Y'all, that was whenever Greg Williams was at his bottom point at that point against your Niners. Y'all came back on us when we were really rolling with Williams when we crushed Brett Favre. We crushed Brett Favre, broke his ankle. Or not broke, but he tore a bunch of ligaments in it. I don't know. And he kept playing, though. He kept playing. I mean, Favre,
that's the one.
Pop his pain pills. He's going, the NFC Championship where we won on the field goal. Remember, they redid the overtime rules because we went to the Super Bowl. Oh, the Saints go to the Super Bowl. We got to rewrite the rule book.
Oh, when it's just the first to score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just the first to score. And ever since then, it's a field goal. That doesn't cut it. You got to get a touchdown.
Wow.
Yep. Garrett Hartley was the kicker.
That was in the Super Bowl? No.
In the Superdome, the NFC Championship.
Oh, Superdome. Yeah, that's what you said.
I was there. I was there for that. That was by far the greatest Saints moment I've ever been to in person. When I was a little kid, like at the time, I was like, like 10 years old or whatever. I couldn't even I kind of caught a glimpse of it, but then everyone jumped up. I was just mobbed. It was just crazy. Like it was.
But you were there.
Oh yeah, I was. Tight? That was so tight. Oh my God.
I was there at the NFC Championship, the last one. So it was I was there throughout the whole playoffs. The
one where y'all beat Green Bay.
Yeah, the Vikings and then the Packers, because we had one of the we had the what were we? We were the number 1 seed that year. So we had the bye week, and we come off. We play the Vikings. We fucked them up. You know what I mean? And then we fuck up the Packers, and but it was just crazy because, I've been to our games, you know what I'm saying? And it not only did it feel like Candlestick, playoff Candlestick, but I've never heard anything that loud before. It was crazy.
Oh,
I imagine
so
Seattle
loud.
and Arrowhead, these places are loud, but I'm like, the Levi's pack is dummy loud. It was crazy.
I bet. Yeah,
I mean, Superdome's hella loud. I mean, they have pumping noise in there too.
Not like Atlanta. Atlanta pumps all that
Atlanta
fake noise with their
bad.
fake fans. Yeah,
Atlanta was the
we got a real Who Dat Nation. We're a true sellout. We don't need the fake noise.
Yeah,
We've got enough real noise. Oh shit, man, that's crazy though. But yeah, I guess my final thoughts on Peyton, since we're already on the topic. I guess I can't be too mad at him. He brought by far the greatest era of Saints football to ever happen, so I can't be too upset with him. I think he just kind of was burnt out, needed a break. It'll be interesting to see what he does from here. I definitely think he'll take this year off, but man, it's gonna piss me the hell off if he ends up with fucking Dallas or somebody like another NFC rival.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be freaking mad.
I mean,
oh well, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get some draft picks out of it if he does.
Dallas has to be in good shape. They have to be in good shape by the time he gets there. Like they better not have too many money issues. They better not have, look at their offensive line, bro. These motherfuckers might be retiring.
Exactly. They're not in the best of shape right now. They've got the bad Zeke contract, the bad Cooper contract, and then you still got Jerry. I mean, if Jerry's not willing to give Peyton as much control as he wants, Peyton's going to be like, nah, I ain't messing with that. You got to give me control. He has a lot of control with the Saints.
Yeah, he did. Do you like the control he had? Like, look at the Taysom Hill contract. It's kind of stupid.
Honestly, that's the thing I'm really happy about with him leaving now. It's like I think that Loomis is actually a more more rational.
GM.
I think now he'll be able to basically run the show on his own, and I feel like now that Peyton's going, we'll finally be able to balance the budget. Like, the budget's so overblown, inflated. Like, I think we'll finally be able to balance the checkbook type thing.
You remember when in 2020 in the draft, everybody was doing it remotely. You know where Jerry Jones was? On a yacht.
Exactly.
He was like, I'm doing this thing. Can't nobody tell me who to draft. You know what I mean? There's no way he shares that with Sean Payne.
Yeah, exactly. So, honestly, I was thinking that would work, but now that the more I've thought about it, the more I'm thinking it's probably not going to work. So, unless I don't know what other opportunity might come up.
It would work if they find some compromise, but will it last long? No, because
it definitely won't last. It'll be a short-term thing. It would be a quick fix to try to get a ring type thing. Jerry wants a ring before his old ass croaks. He's almost 80
Jimmy
years
Johnson
old now.
probably could have won Super Bowls every year with the Cowboys in the 90s. But then he was like, man, fuck this shit. Because, Jerry Jones has to be, he's not just the owner. He has to be like the guy who's taking a lot of credit for shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's an ego, man. He's just nuts.
Yeah, and then drafting certain players, too. It's like, listen, man, motherfucker, coaches aren't going to like that, especially a coach like Sean Payne's going to be like, man, listen, I got to do this.
Yeah, and then Loomis relinquished a lot of they worked together well, but he kind of like Breeze, the three of them were just like the ultimate trio because he had Loomis, the numbers cruncher, and then of course you had Breeze, the freaking mastermind, and then you had Peyton was kind of like the glue that held it together. Peyton was kind of like the middle between the two. Peyton would kind of tell Loomis what he wanted to help Breeze in the offense, and then Loomis would go get it for him. So he was kind of, it was a great era. Definitely gonna miss it, man. It's just, but all things must come to an end, and it's time to turn a new leaf. It's gonna be a defensive oriented deal now. We're gonna be back to the probably like the Dome Patrol days. We're gonna be low score and nitty gritty games. No more of the high powered offense, at least for the next few years. Hopefully, we'll get a good quarterback soon.
I was gonna say, speaking of new leagues, do you think that? I don't know how much you pay attention to it or if it's been talked about yet, but how much do you put or hold stake into what the Cowboys have interest with Sean Payton and Jerry Jones been after him for so long?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah.
You think that now's the time to strike? The iron is hot, or you wait the year and see if he comes back?
Gotta wait the year. Yeah, they've already said. Yeah, they've got to wait the year because the Saints would want way too much in compensation. You got to wait the year. And
do you think that matters for somebody like Jerry Jones, who's like, you know what, screw it?
I think Jerry's stupid. I think Jerry still
Payton,
somewhat believes in Big Mike McCarthy, because he had a 12-win season. So I think Jerry's a loyal guy. He's loyal to McCarthy for now. But if they suck
my Cowboy
next year,
homies, right? My
then
Cowboy
McCarthy's
homies,
out of there.
hey, my Cowboy homies, they hella don't like McCarthy, and I keep trolling them like, man, Uncle Jerry says he really likes McCarthy, and then they're like, where'd you see that?
Oh, and they drink the Uncle Jerry Kool-Aid.
Because I just made it up, and then today my boy goes, oh, I think I fucking saw that what you were talking about. I'm like, what? And he sends me like a screenshot of some shit where it's like Jerry Jones in a presser.
Yeah, that's probably other people already thinking it and like making up fake headlines with like a graphic. You know what I mean? Like if I was if I was a solo guy and I didn't know how to break into like the fantasy community or get on them, not that I'm saying like I'm a big shit, but like I get invited to these little, we do podcasts on people's shows and we do our own thing and we talk fantasy. People are like, what do you do on those things? It's like, I talk sports, man. You don't know me? No, but like, I'm just saying like, like I feel like, people like us are invested is what I'm talking about. We talk about this stuff. It's almost part of our job in a sort of sense, right? To talk about sports in this way. But like the people who are not so tuned in, they see stuff from the outside, and these rumors are already circulating in those circles. You know what I mean? And it's like, where'd you see that, or where'd you hear it, or where's your source? And sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes that's enough, and those people have a bigger insight on what you thought you knew than what you thought you knew. Like me as a Texans fan, I was like, there's no way the Texans would consider Josh McCown again. And J Love was like, oh, like a week ago, was like, oh, I feel like this guy could be a finalist. It's like, why? And he's like, I don't know why, but that's what they think. And then lo and behold, the news breaks earlier today, and it's like, oh, they're looking for that. And it's like, oh my God, throw this franchise in the trash. But
it's like, what's funny is like, it's like, they go, they'll be like, yeah, so what's your experience? And it's like, he's like, well, I've played for fucking 13 or 12 different NFL teams.
Oh, 19 or 19 years in the league and 13 teams, and he's coaching. Was like, you know what? This actually makes a lot more sense than just hiring some other dude, honestly. And I would say considering me, I didn't play in the NFL. I didn't coach in the NFL. And I haven't been that involved in all that goes behind the GM scenarios. I don't own an NFL team, but I would like to hire a coach who has 20 years playing experience as a quarterback, who understands defenses and offenses, and is good with players and good with coaches, and he can communicate.
I mean, look at this, Gary.
We don't know. We're just out here to criticize and throw the teams under the bus. We don't know.
Look at this, Gary Kubiak. He was a career backup to Elway. Then he became.
I know Gary Kubiak.
Then he became the OC, right? And then he went on to win Super Bowls as a coach.
Yeah,
Look at this.
But he took Matt Schaub.
Hold on. Because they ran a system, and they ran a system over there. They had Shanahan, like that they're gonna run a system where it's the zone run. You know what I mean? He was decent as fuck.
Arian Foster flourished in that system.
Yeah.
He won people many fantasy championships.
Oh, yeah, I remember those days.
You got to have the running back. And look, how about this, though? Yeah, I forgot my whole train of thought. What was I talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Gary Kubiak.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then there's Frank Reich. He was the backup. He was the backup to what was the fucking the QB for the Bills that lost all the Super Bowls? Jim Kelly. Yeah,
I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that trend. A lot of
wish they would have won one of those.
Career backups are becoming successful coaches, like Kellen Moore, Kevin O'Connell, all these. I'm like, what?
Kevin O'Connell is getting his second interview.
Byron
most likely with the Texans.
Yeah, Byron Leftwich. Yeah, all these like failed quarterbacks. It's what I think what it was.
Hey, Matt Nagy was one of those.
Quarterback. I think Byron Leftwich is not a failed
in the league though.
Yeah. Actually, I would say as far like quarterbacks that like. They didn't quite have the it factor like
what
Manning
qualifies
or
a failed quarterback,
Brady,
like
they had the cerebral. I mean, as far like
it's funny.
Weren't really they couldn't hold down a starting job.
Hire Mark Sanchez.
I mean,
look,
oh,
Mark
butt
Sanchez.
fumble. The butt
Mark
fumble.
Sanchez is a good-looking guy. He probably sounds okay on camera and on tape.
He's better on camera. Yeah, we don't want him as a coach.
He was aided by Reggie Bush in college and the system with Pete Carroll, I think, when he was there. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Reggie had left. Reggie was with Matt Leinart, but yeah, I think
Pete
Carroll was still there.
One of those guys pushing me. Anyways, it doesn't
matter.
It was
Pete Carroll. It was still Pete Carroll.
Pete was still there.
Well, it was still Pete Carroll, and it's still a tremendous. Still, like I'm sure he had tremendous talent.
He was the one that came out and said he's not ready to go to the NFL.
And then he said,
and then you have the butt fumble, and that's how it goes. So
he said he just wasn't ready. He didn't think he was ready to go. He said he think he needed
So I will gladly listen to people who have things to say on certain subjects, like Mina Kimes, over someone like Mark Sanchez. Okay, just to end that debate for those of you out there who are like mad about all that stuff that's going on, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Why is everyone putting Mina Kimes?
Jeff Garcia is an asshole. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I didn't think Jeff Garcia was that way. I loved Jeff Garcia until
he said
this
something
crap
about it.
Not that it seems like he didn't. And I feel like to be fair to Jeff Garcia, I don't feel like this is a sexist tweet. To be honest, he didn't call her out and saying you're a woman, you never played the sport. I think he's calling out anybody who's never played the sport at the high level like that. Who's making?
What did he say? They're canceling Jeff. They're canceling Jeff Garcia. What did he say?
Well, he said that.
Pull it up.
Well, look, Mina Kimes came out and attacked Jimmy Garoppolo and saying that he just got an A for being in the group project, and the 49ers are winning despite him. And she's not wrong. That's decent analysis. There's nothing wrong with that other than the way she framed it, and it sounds bad for people who love Jimmy Garoppolo.
That he's not.
But he's not a world beater. He's not Patrick, and that's basically what she's saying.
Where he shines,
she's not wrong.
What shines is the coach, because it's this and the team. It's a whole unit that's working together. And Jimmy's just the guy.
And that's what she's saying, that he's kind of a product of the system, and that's kind of the way people would talk about Tom Brady before he left, and then we realized, hey, maybe Tom Brady's actually pretty good. It wasn't all just about the coaching and blah blah blah, right? But the point is Jeff Garcia kind of attacked her. He didn't bring it out in a sexist kind of way, but he defended Jimmy Garoppolo to like the T, because Jeff Garcia wasn't a great quarterback either, and I feel like that's what he was kind of standing behind. So the media or people want to take it and make it a sexist thing, But Mina Kimes look at it this way: she's the only person on ESPN who has never played in the NFL on that show. All of her colleagues are all former NFL players.
Yeah.
So in that context, for that show, if you're watching that show and you're Jeff Garcia and you want to, defend your, brethren and people who've played the sport, and you're a third stringer, scrappy journeyman,
he's a Niner.
You're like, who the hell is Mina Kimes? I get that, but you don't have to take Twitter and do this, because now you look like a stupid asshole. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, that's stupid. You're Jeff Garcia. You're bigger than that.
Yeah, it makes you look really like immature and insecure.
Yes, exactly. So that makes Mina Kimes look like a hero, and that's fine, because honestly, she didn't do anything wrong. She's doing her job, and she's doing it very well.
Yeah, the fact that she's riling,
she's doing it so well.
That is
riling so well. She's doing her job so well that Jeff Garcia's pissed about it.
Yeah, he's jealous. Yeah, he's jealous that a chick's out there spitting game, and it's just some guy.
Well, I don't know what he is, but the thing is, there was no need for him to attack Mina Kimes. Honestly, we know that she has never played in the NFL.
Do better.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah,
dude, I had so much respect for him, and this is like cringe. Honestly,
you know what's crazy is because it's like if this.
Oh, stuck in the Matrix.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah, well, I think, all right, boys, I wanted not to get too off, man. We're kind of going on a tangent.
Yeah, on a tangent. Sorry.
Which is a classic.
Bogard asked what happened. That was my personal opinion. Look.
Oh, yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Tangent. I'm glad we addressed it, because, that's a big topic. I was wondering exactly what did he say exactly, so I'm glad y'all brought it up, because now we got to see exactly what he said. Yeah, well,
he
yeah, I
said
put it
what he
on the
said.
screen. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
put it up. Yeah. So yeah, we're good.
yeah, and then he
Yeah,
used
they
an
saw it.
explicative down there, and
Right.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Who the
And
hell is it?
look,
Yeah, just
in the
bullshit.
second half of that, fine, I get that. That's that like I want to root for Jimmy Garoppolo and hope that he proves everybody wrong, and then be like, hey, we won a Super Bowl. Despite me, I don't think so. There's a lot of teams that would have won a Super Bowl with they wouldn't have won a Super Bowl with better quarterbacks. You don't know. It depends on play by play, the outcome of every game. The fact of the matter is, Jimmy Garoppolo's a winner, and you can't take that away from him. You can belittle him and say that he's not contributing, but guess what? You put in Trey Lance, and they're probably not in this situation right now.
Right.
To start
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
season.
Exactly. Yeah. He need
So
even if
that's probably something that Jeff Garcia should have said instead of attacking Mina Kimes, the person. He could have counter
exactly.
argued.
Yeah. He should have not even brought her name up. He should have just
Right. She's an
replied to her
analyst. Let it be.
and respected her and not said, yeah, who the hell is? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what irked me as a person who follows sports, does sports. I know a lot of female women, commentators or analysts or whatever reporters, writers, whatever they want
Yeah,
to,
it's
whatever they
amazing. It's
want
amazing
to call
the amount
themselves.
of females
And a lot
in
of
the
them
game right now.
know
They're kicking ass.
a shit ton more than I do about my team or the sport in general, whatever. I'm in no position nobody's in any position to say that you shouldn't report or talk about something that you're passionate about.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm very passionate about the sport, but shit, I was uncoordinated, unathletic. I tried out I couldn't make teams. I sucked. I still play basketball recreationally, but
look at the Mannings.
But
look at the Mannings. Archie was like, "No, you guys, you suck, but I'm gonna make you good." And look at them now.
Yeah, the Mannings, man. Yeah, they look so good. They look like there's a bunch of quirky white boys, and then they're slinging, throwing 50-yard.
I just feel like they were coached into that. Like they didn't want to be anything. No, I feel like I saw the whole thing. It was
they definitely have the arms, the genetics.
Yeah, there's a clip.
They have that golden arm genetics.
Yeah, there's a clip. There's a clip, and it's Peyton. It's young Peyton, and Eli can probably even talk or something. And it's like, who's your favorite? Who's your hero or who's your favorite athlete or whatever? And Peyton's like, my dad. Like real quick, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. They were bred to do that. So even if they weren't gifted with 6'4" frames and all this crap, like I just feel like they would have made it happen. Work ethic and attitude.
Oh yeah, well that's what made them so great is because they not only they had the arm. They got their dad's inherited.
Yeah, talk about Archie, man. That's like the legacy.
Archie was a gunslinger.
Isn't that? That's like your thing there. You should know all about that.
Yeah, this is the oldest throwback Saints deal. That's what Archie was our star. He was our franchise.
Those are my high school alma mater colors, the black and gold. So I always had a partial favorability towards the New Orleans Saints. And Ricky Williams is one of my favorite players of all time. Period. Yeah. And he played there as well. So that's just like I have a fondness towards the Saints. It's weird, but it's there, and it's still close to Texas too.
Right on. Yeah, Bogard, be right back. I had to take a phone call on the Matrix.
Understandable. At least I'm here, and you're not talking by yourself.
Oh yeah, we still got the Neon Peacock in the building. Yeah, y'all go check out the neonpeacock.threadless.com. I'm about to go get some of that gear on there. It's shirts, right? A lot of shirts.
I have everything.
Are you just your artwork too? Your artwork.
My artwork. So check. I have prints behind me, right? And so I put up some of my artwork. It's very neon themed. I like black art. Yeah, black art. I'm sorry, black light art. Neon things that kind of glow and make it a little. Very retro. So a lot of my stuff is themed behind that.
Let's pull it up. Yeah, now we'll wait for Bogard. We can get it on the.
Sure, that's
there
cool.
We go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there you go. There's the first one right there that I just put up earlier today, and that's the peanut butter breath. And so there's some peanut butter sandwiches behind that peanut, and he's coughing up some stuff. And then I got some alternate dimension Wario Super Gangland stuff.
Oh yeah, I fuck with that Wario and Waluigi. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Wario, Waluigi, right there. Those guys are chilling. They're wearing Nikes and they have chains on.
Oh, sick! I didn't even notice
Yeah.
that. Yeah, check that out. Check that shit
They got
out.
they got chains on. They got drip.
Yeah,
they have grills. There's stuff in their mouths. All the symbols are changed.
Oh, they dripped out, Chief. They dripped out.
They're holding things in their hands. I got stuff like that, and then I got some other concept stuff. Some cyber skulls and transit of. Got some lips and some hands, and if you keep scrolling down, I got other artwork there that, and I'm putting up stuff, pretty much all the time. Try to do like collections of little four pieces.
I am Luigi.
There you go. There's Luigi. There's a peacock right there with some drip on it and then some vapor coming out of his eyes. Click on that Mario. Look at that Mario. That Mario is whack.
Oh, yeah, and you get him on the shirt. Yeah, okay.
He's the enlightened plumber. Right there.
Oh yeah, and you get a little discount. You get a little discount.
Yeah, so right now you got a discount. I think it's like $15 for a T-shirt, which isn't too bad. You can get stuff cheaper. You can get a print. You can get an art print. You can get a pillow. You can get a throw rug. You can get that printed on acrylic. So I got all kinds of stuff going on there. So these right here, all those that are at the bottom, those were all hand painted on acrylic canvases, and I just took pictures of those. It would take me a lot longer to do my artwork before I started going digital and realized you can do basically the same thing, but just a little faster, So I'm doing that. And now I'm doing like a lot of 3D modeling, trying to work on animation. So I can do like NFT, like trading cards and holographic stuff. And that's like on my Instagram right now. But I would say like this is a good place to start out and look at some of my artwork. But my Instagram has a lot of that stuff. And in the future, I was talking about it. Bogard and I and the rest of us are going to do a lot of things as regarding like players. You got King Henry. We can put a kind of like his image on there, his likeness. That necessarily not him. Ways to get around the copyrights, trademarks, but some cool fantasy stuff. And things for champions, things for losers. Like I lost my fantasy league.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
we're gonna do some. Yeah, we're gonna do some embarrassing stuff like that, which is also cool because you can do stickers, you can do decals off of my website here. You just have to hit right there. I have like for Brosifs. Brosifs is for men's apparel. Deborah's
is for women. Yeah.
For the castle means for your house. Extras is like neck gaiters and shower curtains and everything. So any design that you see on my website, you can get it printed and shipped to you in basically any format.
Yeah, you got the like up here, like behind me, the flag. You got a flag format too.
Yeah, there's plenty of things like that. That's called oh shoot, I forgot what it was called. But I sent one to Bogart in one of his favorite images of that mystic Mayan. He's like, oh
sick. Yeah, I need to get one of those. I could rotate it with my Saints flag, have it hanging up sometimes.
Yeah, those are so cool. So like if you're into black lights and neon stuff like me, like everything in my office glows. So I put something out and then I order it and I put it up in my office, Like some of these are they're the legit ones that I did the first, image on. I actually painted them with my hands and acrylic paints and brushes and whatnot, but those things are now available digitally and you can put them on a shirt, which is crazy. I got family members walking around wearing my stuff, or my friends will order a t-shirt and they didn't even tell me. And like, I'll get like a, little like thing like, oh, you made $5 off the sale or whatever it was and blah, blah, blah. And they're walking around with a shirt like 2 weeks later. And I was like, hey, that's my shirt. Appreciate that.
Right on.
So that's really cool. And I was dropping a lot of stuff like in the 2-week period where I actually got sick with COVID. I think I dropped a piece of artwork like every day because, I had nothing else to do. But now I'm doing it. I'm dropping one new graphic at least once a week. So there's always something. It's always changing. I do a series of 4. So they usually tie in together like 4 pieces of artwork, and you can buy a whole little section or however you want to do it. You want 4 throw pillows on your couch that are, in a certain kind of style, you can do that on my website. I'm just trying to do that, and then it's moving over to like I said, 3D animation, because I've been doing that a lot lately. You can see that on my Instagram, and maybe one day, who knows, like full on videos or doing the graphics on ESPN or something cool like that. If you know anybody who likes to do motion graphics or artwork, like I'm your guy. I'm freelance and I'm ready to work.
Fucking right, man. Y'all go hit up Peacock, man. Fucking right. Yes,
And I
sir.
appreciate the space on your podcast.
Yeah,
like I
man,
said,
good time. Yeah, I had a little gap there with Bogard going. He'll be back soon, so I guess we can
no, it's no
get into
problem. And
get into these
your pod
games
pops
here.
up on my YouTube quite often, and I will chime in. And whenever you do have a guest, especially when you have guests, I like to listen to that and see who you're bringing on.
Yeah, I like having have different backing. Like the first one I did, I just kind of launched it into space solo, which was cool. But then I was like, man, I need to try to brand it. I'm cool with a lot of people in the industry. I was like, well, let me see. I was like, let me get Bogard.
Exactly.
Start off with Bogard. Then I was like, let me get Peacock. Just kind of gradually growing it.
No, Spence, you're a pleasure, and like I said, you're probably one of the people who's closest to me physically, where I could maybe one day, like, hey, I'm in the area, I can hit up Spence and we'll chill out there.
Live show, yeah, that'd be
exactly.
Sick.
We'll do something, we'll get together and we'll put out some content for some folks and still have a good time together. So,
Mardi Gras is coming up, man. You and the family want to come up for Mardi Gras?
You know what? My sister-in-law brought it up at dinner last night, and then I reverted to the one time when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to New Orleans, and that night that I was, the next day I was gonna take off, and my house got broken into. It was a pretty big house.
You were telling me about that. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, it was a pretty big house, and one half of the house got broken into, and they stole a bunch of stuff while I was like in the middle of my sleep. And by the time I woke up and realized it, we were able to catch one or two culprits, and the other half got away with a vehicle and several flat screens and a PlayStation 3 and a whole bunch of things. So it was a tragic event, and that's what prevented me from going and having a good time, in New Orleans.
Man,
I was very sad.
Hopefully, we won't have any of that this year. Let's make it happen.
No,
let's make it happen.
I wouldn't expect anything like that to happen this year. It'd be great if I could make it happen.
Awesome, man. So yeah, well, hopefully Bogie will be back soon. But in the meantime, let's get into this Bengals-Chiefs game, man. The spread sitting here, it's still at 7. I thought the line might move, but it stayed steady at 7. Money line, very favorable towards Cincinnati. If you bet 100 on them, you get 285. You could walk away with $285. That's a nice payoff. And then the over-under there at 54.5. And I'll let you go first, Peacock. How you feeling about this one? Let me know your winner, and as well as your pick against the spread and then the over-under. Yeah,
so I'm torn on this game as far as what I would like to do as a bettor and what I want to do as a fan and cheering. So I would love for, Joe Burr and to bring the ice in the veins and be cold. And to be
Joe Cool, baby, Joe Cool.
Exactly, and to silence the Brittany Mahomes and the Jackson Mahomes bandwagon.
Yes. Please silence those idiots, man. They are so idiotic. Speak with immature, like Jeff Garcia his immaturity. Man, Brittany Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes. You talk about two. How does Patrick put up with them? I don't know how he does it.
That is a question for the ages, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, he's so like the opposite of that. I mean, and then they're just like, I mean, I don't know.
Like, that's probably a testament to how good he is on the field, though. Like, nothing bothers him. I saw it
exactly. Yeah, that never bothers him. Yeah,
his heart rate in pressure situations was like the lowest. Like, it's even lower than during a regular portion of the game. So he's super chill, cool. Like, his nickname should be, Pat Cool or whatever the hell. He should take that away from
Patty Ice. Patty Ice, yeah.
Patty Ice.
Patty Ice. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, but, that one might stick.
Yeah, as far as according to those stats, I would say that, Mahomes is a cool cucumber under the pressure. But, like I was saying, I would love for Cincinnati to win this game, this matchup. But, and this is the most important thing, I have money on the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, in our playoff fantasy league. Yeah,
exactly.
Right now.
There's something to be gained out of this, and therefore, I would love it for the Chiefs to advance and move on to the Super Bowl, guaranteeing me at least a shot at some money next 2 weeks or whatever it is.
And it's guaranteed. It's winner take all too. So it's a nice little chunk. It's $300. You know what I mean?
That's what it is, and that's what I'm
I've
saying.
got a lot of bangles.
I didn't win anything this year, fellas. In case you guys didn't know, and I hadn't said it enough, I was a bridesmaid and never a bride, or a groomsman.
Oh, this year?
And never the guy.
You had a cursed season this year.
I had seven championships like stolen, and then I got 5 third places.
Damn, that's
so
you're so close in all of them. Like, I remember speaking. That reminds me of old NASCAR driver named Mark Martin. He was a great driver, but he'd always finish second. I remember he was like 50 years old, almost won the Daytona 500, and it was so funny. One of the announcers was like, "Mark Martin, a bridesmaid once again."
And that's my buddy.
It was so.
That is my buddy who always beats me in the. He always beats me in the semifinals, and then he goes on to the championship, and he always eliminates me, and then he loses in the championship. He's never won it, and I was like, bro, just let me win. Like, let me win this game, and I'll win, and then I'll give you half the money. And he's like, nah, I gotta beat you. And I was like, why? Because if you beat me, that guarantees you're gonna lose the championship because you just you're not the best. Your name is not on this trophy, Kevin. Sorry.
So there's I won 5 leagues this year, right? And I was only in 5 title games, but 5.
There's at least 2 Peacocks on there.
And what's crazy is
somewhere. L Peacock. L Peacock.
There you go.
2 of them are my home leagues, but they're also big money leagues. You know what I mean? Like home leagues, as in like I know these motherfuckers in real life, and one of them. It's my real home league with all my brothers that I've known for hella long. You know what I mean? So dude,
that's ours. It's like we can't even draft if not everybody is there, and somebody gets a wedge. Like somebody needs to get a wedgie too before we start drafting. Like that's how old school we are.
So fucking close.
Is that how close that race was?
Yeah. Look how close. Yeah, a bridesmaid once again. No one. Bridesmaid once again.
Oh no! That haunts that man's dreams.
Yeah,
coming second again.
Once again. And
he's like, if I hadn't shifted at this point in the race, like think about it, that's destroying him right now.
Yeah,
like he's like 80 years old.
Yeah, look how old he is. Yeah, he was old. He was old, dog. Yeah, that was old. He could drive
that's me with like one. That's me with like 1 or 2 playoff losses when I was in high school. But to be honest, we weren't even supposed to be there, so it was like it's like a Varsity Blues like miraculous story. Anyway, great season.
Man, it was so crazy because I just had like a really good year, and like I've been a bridesmaid for the past like 4 years straight before that. Like, you know what I mean?
I know you were telling me that. I remember you had like a big string of bad luck. You were like, I haven't won my money league.
I was being like several Super Bowls, like
4 years.
Yeah, 3 years straight. This
I
year,
thought it was 4. It felt like 4, Bogard.
Well,
you were telling me so often.
Here's the thing: is this year I was built crazy. I was like, oh, I'm going like, and then I got one and done in the playoffs. I was like, fuck. But I had to deal with everything. Like I had like the Derrick Henry and I dealt with the DK and Mike Williams type shit. Like it was like, but either way, that was
DK in only like 1 spot, so I didn't feel it. I just felt like he still did his job. Was he inconsistent?
That's my $500 keeper league, and there's a couple people that's not gonna come. They don't want to come back, and I'm like, damn, dude, because it hasn't went their way in the past couple of years, and they don't get crazy active. It's a keeper league.
Yeah, they're like, oh, in 5 years I've thrown away $2,000 or something.
For real. That's what one of my motherfuckers told me.
Yeah, 250. I think 250 is like where you're at if you're gonna do it for several years.
I mean, like that's already the conversation. Is like people want to chop it in half. I mean, it's not like the engagement is.
What you could do instead of making it winner take all is you could incentivize that shit too. You know what I mean? Give
it's only this
highest score.
Yeah, I mean, it always just gets down when it gets down to 1 and 2. Motherfuckers always They
split
always
it.
split. Yeah.
So okay,
I mean, at
so
least,
then,
at least I.
Except for the guy in Peacock's league.
yeah, he didn't want to.
He didn't want
But you
to,
know what?
greedy bastard.
But you know what? He was right. He was like, nah, fuck that. And then he won that shit in like blowout fashion in the championship week. So he knew what was up.
Shit. He felt it.
He won by like 80 points. Like I said, the guy who beat me, Kevin Chavez, I don't mean to throw him under the bus. Kevin Chavez lives in San Antonio, Texas. But
He's like, here's his exact address.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're gonna do.
Kevin Michael Chavez.
I want to get to this 2022. I want to get to this early 22 fantasy talk. So we're going to do it real quick around the horn style for these games. We'll start with you, Bogie. Give me your winner against the spread and the over under for the Chiefs Bengals game. You got the floor, my man.
Okay, so the Bengals, I'll definitely take the Bengals to cover that number. Is it still at 7?
Yeah,
they're giving me 7.
Yeah,
they're giving me.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the ticker down there.
There it is.
Yeah. Yep. It's.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is I'd still like the Chiefs money line just if I was gonna parlay something, bro. Like even go real crazy. Like are they on that site? Do they allow you to parlay if you take the Bengals to cover the spread and then the?
Oh yeah. Parlays are allowed on Caesars. Yep, they are. Yeah, this is the Caesars lines, by the way.
Because like in this scenario that you're really strong on the Chiefs winning, right? Say you like the Chiefs to win this motherfucker, right? And you're like, okay, but you think it's gonna be a close game. I take the Bengals to cover it, parlay it with the Chiefs money line. It has to be the Chiefs win, but that shit will pay like 3-1.
Yeah, I went and had to grab another brew real quick. You were saying about you were saying you'd bet the Chiefs money line.
No. I said that would be dope if you could parlay that shit because like if you're really strong on the Chiefs.
Yeah, you can parlay. Yeah, you can parlay. What would be your parlay?
Yeah.
Again?
So
the
that's
over and the Chiefs money line.
Yeah.
For sure.
Chiefs money line parlay with the Bengals +7. Because there's a scenario that they.
Oh yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Bengals to cover the spread, but the Chiefs to win outright, which is kind of what I'm thinking too. I could get on board with that because I'm thinking the Chiefs win, but probably by less than a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I could see that. I could very well see that. I would personally probably parlay. Because I still think the Bengals could very well win outright, and in the Chiefs money line is just not very much of a payoff. You'd have to bet,
but it's still
360 just to win 100.
If that's how you.
But yeah.
Because if I'm just
that's true.
If I'm going to place a single bet, just by itself, like no parlay shit, I'm just taking the Bengals, and the point.
Yeah, that's what I did. I put 50 on the Bengals today.
Yeah,
I'm a better. I'm doing the Bogard strategy. Take the Bengals and the points, but like I mentioned earlier, like what I would
they're
like
giving
to
us
see.
A lot of points here. They kicked their ass last time.
Worst case scenario is Chiefs come out and stomp, and it's like nobody gets anything. It's not fun. The better it's stuck for better.
This is what they know. They got to strike early. On
Chiefs defense holds all game, like random shit. Like I don't expect it to happen. You know what I mean? That's why, we talk about what the betting is, and that's why Vegas does the odds. So the worst case scenario, that happens.
They held Tyreek Hill and Travis.
Not a lot of confidence.
Combined 11 catches.
Not a lot of confidence for me winning this league that I'm in first place in right now, Bogard. We're not talking about the fact that I'm in first place a lot right now. Because I'm scared because I felt like I was late, like the waivers cleared, and I didn't pick up people until like 2 days later.
The Bengals, bro. The last time they might have just slept on them. The last time.
That's true. Look, my fear is the Chiefs we didn't win the Super Bowl last year. Things weren't going our way. We peaked too early. We know how to handle the season and then the playoff season. We took it easy, let people talk their shit, didn't play that great, won enough games. Now the real season starts. Now we're hitting our stride. Now we're clicking. And that's the most dangerous thing in the playoffs. Talk to me about the Giants. That's the only reason they won Super Bowls. They were clicking.
For sure. Yep. All right. Well,
especially when the defense clicked.
Yeah, I'll say it wasn't really Eli. Eli was just kind of a guy, kind of like handsome Jimmy, just kind of just.
I was gonna say that's why I like this. That's kind of why I like San Francisco.
Yeah, speaking of handsome Jimmy, let's move on to this one. Let's move on to this one. Peacock, you got the floor, bro. What you leaning here?
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm going in that way, just like you said, because I was already segueing into because the defense is clicking. Now, the Rams have been hella hot. Like they've been catching fire. They got to be. I know Bogart's going to bring this up. San Francisco's secondary is not that great. It could be Swiss cheese. It's all about Matt Stafford. I think the way this game goes. If Bosa's on him, Stafford kind of crumbles under some pressure. This could totally go, San Francisco's way. And they set the tone and they set it. And we're set for another Super Bowl rematch from 2 years ago, where we saw San Francisco play against the Chiefs, in my opinion.
So you're thinking you think the 49ers with the money line?
Yes, I would lean that way.
49ers money line would pay a lot because they're the underdog. Not they're
as a better. I
just like the Niners against the spread.
Yeah, I do too. I take them against the spread and the under. I'm going the under here. Actually, I placed the 25 on the under for this one because I feel like
their defense has been stellar. I understand that the Rams have a high-powered offense, but it sputters at times. Plus, Matt Stafford has been he needs to be perfect all the way up until he wins the Super Bowl. If he wins this week and great, Stafford, but he could still lose the Super Bowl and blah blah. He's another Matt Ryan. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's not that much pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. He knows who he is. He's been there before and he's lost the Super Bowl. He knows that he just needs to play mistake-free football. Mistake-free football. I think there's a lot more pressure on Stafford. I think San Francisco, even the fans, even Bogard, doesn't give the team enough credit. I think that team is a Super Bowl caliber team, but just like anybody else, they need to play mistake-free football in order to keep, advancing.
There's a lot of differences from the last time we played them. Like Von Miller's fully healthy.
We'll get to that. That's a little preview for y'all. We got the early rankings, but we'll get to that after we talk about this game. Didn't mean to pull it up that.
Hold on, my bad. My sound is my audio is all crazy. I think I'm like in the Matrix. Like, wait, I'll be right back. I'm gonna refresh it.
No worries.
Oh, for sure. All good. So
I was just egging Bogart on, but I could continue to talk about the Rams because I feel like they're not talked about enough. You have Cam Akers, who's made this miraculous comeback from his Achilles. We're not talking about that enough. Their defense is spectacular. So Von Miller, Aaron Donald, in Jimmy Garoppolo's face, that if that turns into a turnover or two, they can capitalize. That's a team that could, one, house it if it's a turnover, or they set up the offense in a great position. Robbie Gould has ice in his veins. We've seen it before.
Yeah, that he does. That's one thing that's underrated about the Niners and Shanahan. They held the Packers to 10
points at home in Lambeau after a bye. Nobody's talking about that.
And it was all the defense and special teams. Defense and special teams, man. That's a difference.
If you're a coach, you hear coaches in those game-winning speeches or players at the end of the day when they ask the questions, the first thing they say is, well, we played well all three phases of the game. When you do that, it's hard to lose.
Right. And what they do 2 of the 3 phases. Well, offensively, they're just, they've got Debo and Kittle. They've got some pieces, but handsome Jimmy really limits them offensively. They don't have, which is why I think the Rams could take them, which is,
I was going to say 2017, I don't know what year it was, but the Patriots were like 19-0, and they lost in the Super Bowl because they couldn't defend a kickoff. It happens. You need to be perfect in all phases of the game.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing with the Niners, man. They're fundamentally sound, but I think the Rams. I'm gonna take the Niners against the spread, but I think the Rams. I'm gonna say the Rams eke it out by a point or two. I know that's kind of it's tough to, but because I think the Niners could win this outright, which is why I take them betting wise. But I'm not quite confident enough to do the money line. So I would say, and I honestly wouldn't really like the Rams money line. I would recommend, I'm staying away from this personally from a spread standpoint. I would just bet the under here. My personal betting slip for this week, because we're live and legal now here in Louisiana. I can show you all my little betting slip. I've got 3
Yeah,
bets.
you're feeling good about that.
Yeah, man.
I was celebrating for you.
I was putting money in my little account. I got almost $500 in this thing because all the bonuses I gotta put a little futures on my favorite NASCAR driver, Kyle Busch, threw down $10 if he would win the Daytona 500.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
120. Then I put these football games.
I had a little over $100 that I had already accumulated in winnings, and then I cashed out, and I should have just left it in there. That way I could keep playing around with money.
Yeah, I put the under on this game, the over on the Bengals Chiefs, and then the Bengals against the spread.
Yeah, and you never know, man. Something hits one day, like, hey, look at me, the lucky better. And I get BetNola, emails all the time, and I hadn't even realized. And I was like, oh my god, my friend works for them.
Oh yeah. I got you on the newsletter. Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah. I was like, I get them all the time. I read them. I read them all the time.
Awesome, man. I write the newsletter every Sunday and Monday night. So every Monday and Tuesday newsletter is for me.
I get them, and I read them, and it's so weird because it's like in close proximity. So a lot of the stuff, it's
fairly relevant to you because you're not too far.
Exactly. That's the word. It's relevant towards me. So it's informational. I'm all about learning. You know what I mean? So I will read any article, any piece of news that has something to do with me obtaining some form of knowledge where I can, gain an advantage in some aspect or another, whether it's through fantasy sports or stocks or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, always trying to learn and grow. That's what I tell myself. Always trying. They got time to celebrate and kick back, but also stay on that grind. There's no
stay on the grind.
Yep, exactly, man. Exactly.
Stay on your grind.
No breaks, baby. Yes,
stay on your grind.
Most definitely. Yeah, and I want to shout some people out real quick, man. Big shout. You know who I really want to shout out? Justin from Clock Management. Big shout
I have
out
not
to
spoken with Justin in a minute.
Me neither. I shot him a text last night, and I'm hoping whenever he gets free from his mission that he'll get back to us. Because we've all haven't heard from him. Yeah, he's like undercover right now. So but I just wanted to shout him out. For those of y'all listening, Clock Management, y'all go check it out. A great channel. He'll be back sooner than later. He's got to take care of that military business. He'll be gone for a little while, but he'll be back. He'll most definitely be back because he's a degenerate like us. He lives and breathes.
Good friend of us. Very involved in the community. Does a lot of great things. Him and Perry have. They have their
I always like Perry's pickup lines.
I love they start the show and then Perry's like, hey, Justin, and it's real nonchalant. You don't even see it coming. It's like, oh, is this a pickup line? And no, it is, but then it is, right? All of a sudden. Yeah. And he'll give him some backhanded comment. It turns out to be a pickup line. Like if he's like, you're the best host I could ever have. And it's great. It's hilarious. Set the tone for the show.
They're just dudes being dudes. They're just being themselves. Yeah, that's awesome. I went on their show before. It's a good time. Time.
I was. I've been asked to do a couple of segments on with Clock, and it's great. Bogard.
Oh yeah, we did. We would do the Sunday morning show. That was a good time.
That's right.
Bogard, and then then we'd always be hung. We'd be hung over some of the weeks.
Yes, but I forgot what it was called. It was like.
It was just like last minute
starts and sits or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I sometimes do it with y'all, and then I'd be live on Instagram right
No, but I did that show. I would wake up on purpose to do that show because we'd go through all the questions, and then like in the last 10 minutes, it's like, okay, guys, here are all of my questions. Let's talk about these because I need to set my lineup.
I remember that. Yeah, when I was on with y'all, like Bogard had the shake or whatever. And then I was like, Actually, I had some questions. It was a big week for me, and you and Clock helped me out. I was like, man, y'all was clutch.
You know, we talked through them, and we'd say, look, this is what I could do. You know, I wouldn't say do this definitely, but like take the information that we're giving you, you know, but with a grain of salt, obviously. There could be some bias tied into certain things, right? But for the most part, I'm, you know, talking about real things, stats, you know, targets that are coming in, you know, yards per target, mostly receivers, but a lot of times, you know, start sit decisions with kickers and defenses and matchups. And matchups get super important. Weather gets super important towards the end of the year. So that's what we really focused on, especially on Justin's show on Sunday mornings, which is super cool.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I just wanted to shout him out real quick. Yeah, we shouted out Huss earlier, and yeah, we're just doing our thing. We've got a great
Hustler,
community, man. Jim
JC
Odie
Money
Icon, big
Design,
up to Jim Odie Icon. Yeah, JC Money
Gemmo the
Design. Yeah.
Icon. Gemmo just got some stuff off of my website recently, so I sent him some stickers and a couple of T-shirts, and he's like, he's
Nice.
ordering some other stuff.
Oh yeah, I'll have to place some orders myself. Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure, don't worry. But it's gonna be around. It's gonna be there doing things. But
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna do more things like shoes are coming. You can put my designs on like bands and stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing like team specific stuff where I can get around team logos and copyrights, but maybe partner with like rookie players that I could maybe get in touch with, like Davis Mills, and ask for him to, you know, give me permission to put his likeness on certain images and things like that, because nobody really cares. Yeah, nobody really cares, but like he had, like my brother-in-law, who's not a fan, he pulled out of a Panini pack like a holographic Davis Mills, and it was like super badass card. And he's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Look, man, I don't mean to be like a thing or whatever because I like the Texans, but he's good. Like you never know.
He could be a guy. He could be a guy.
Yeah, and it's one of those.
Trevor Lawrence is a rookie. That was impressive,
dude. Look, I literally a couple of days ago I gave Russell Wilson away, and I got Davis Mills and 3 picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, give me that.
Yeah, 3 picks. Yeah, those 3 picks, you could parlay that into some studs. So yeah,
exactly. I could turn those and flip those. And the fact of the matter was, like, I didn't want any Seahawks anymore. Like, I have Chris Carson and Russell Wilson, and I was done with. Once Russell Wilson said he was unlimited, I didn't want anything to do with him. And then he got hurt, right? So when people start talking about themselves in the third person all weird, I already know that they're going the route of AB, which is like you're available for half the season. That's what Russell Wilson's going to be like for the next 10 years. It's going to happen, and I'm sorry. It's the first injury he's ever had with his finger.
Dangerous.
But then it's going to be weird things. It's going to be weird things because he's very religious also. So weird.
So weird. And speaking of kind of
when Kirk Cousins says you like that, like I sold him in Dynasty.
Right.
It's like we don't need guys like that. Deshaun Watson started doing this, and I was like,
yep. And then speaking of quarterbacks that are doing quirky shit, just kind of going off the deep end. Aaron Rodgers, man, Aaron Rodgers. I know he's been an MVP, but I mean, with all the stuff with the family drama, the women drama, I mean, it's
been on the end of his rope for some time.
The immunization drama, like, God damn,
it's
always something with him, man. He's always in the headlines. He's always stirring the pot, going on Pat McAfee, talking his shit, which I like it. You know, sometimes I'll listen back. He makes a good point, but then other times I'm like, God damn, this dude's fucking arrogant. But anyway,
dude, look, like I don't know whether to call myself like a pimp or whatever, but like I do what my wife says. So it's like, go get it.
Happy wife, happy life. There you go.
Exactly. Right. I would go get it. And she's like, don't do it, then I wouldn't do it. You know, like stuff like that. But Aaron Rodgers seems like he's his own man. He believes his own things, and he's like, I'm gonna just manipulate the media instead. And guess what? When you do stuff like that, that's a risk and it's a gamble, and you can turn out looking like an asshole. And then that forces you into an early retirement. Because who's to say that you're going to get the Tom Brady perfect storm where you move on, and then you go win a Super Bowl the next year.
Yeah, so let's say my question down here on the ticker that I want to address, and hopefully Bogie will be back here soon so he can have his take too. Rodgers and
like
Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams wants to stick with Aaron Rodgers. But will they be able to? That's my question. Will Rodgers and Adams be sticking together in 2022? Because Green Bay's in cap hell. It might be a deal. They might have to move on from one of them, but they want to stay together. So will they be able to come together and force a trade to Denver? Denver seems like the only real destination at this point. They got Nathaniel Hackett now as head coach. Rodgers likes him. They have cap space. They have draft capital. Then they have assets. They could trade them. Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler. They've got young receivers that could help Green Bay and Jordan Love. And Jordan Love would probably be better off working with those younger type receivers. So
that's all fine and dandy. But if I was Aaron Rodgers and that happened, I'd be like, well, where the fuck was all this when I needed it?
As far as
where was Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler and all these?
The reason being they would trade those young guys is because they won't need them, because at that point they'll have Adams and MVS. MVS is a part of this. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. The report that came out today on Roto World said Rodgers wants MVS and Adams with him in 2022, and MVS is a free agent. By trading Jeudy and Hamler, that clears the way for MVS and Adams to join the squad and be with Tim Patrick and Cortland Sutton. It would be a four-wide set.
Spectacular report. I will tell you that I will have Sutton, zero MBS on any of my roster here. I am not buying into that MBS.
Exactly. It's like the Randall Cobb thing. Like, no one was going to roster Randall Cobb this year. He's just a guy that Rodgers is familiar with.
Whatever. I picked him up on whatever and see if I could flip him later. But he was like free agent waiver.
Yeah, he'll just sign with Denver for the fucking veterans minimum or whatever, just to go play with Rodgers and try and get a ring.
Once Rodgers gets signed to Denver, which I feel this is where we're trending now because of transactions.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nothing else has happened yet.
Nothing else has happened yet. Their first rounder for this year, their first rounder in 23, and then a couple of day 2 picks, and then as in those young receivers, like I mentioned, Jeudy and Hamler.
Yeah,
boom,
I'm down with that though. Like for Rodgers.
Yeah, I think. And then he can go in Denver. You know, he can do his yoga and meditation and all that out west because he's a West Coast guy. And all
I don't know. For me, Denver is like right on top of where I live, so it's very central. It's not even west. It's very like
it's cold, but it's
to
not
me, it's
as
southwest, and it's still very central America, right?
It's not as bad. It's better than Green Bay. Let's just say that.
Yeah, he just moved south.
Because someone in my Instagram chat today, someone brought up Pittsburgh, and I was
like, that's Aaron Rodgers likes riding in the back of a pickup truck to go get a 24-pack without being bothered?
That's Brett Favre. That's Brett Favre. That's Brett Favre right there.
Didn't Aaron Rodgers do that too?
I mean, him and Favre, like, they kind of are similar, but not that similar. Like
because they played in Green Bay. Look, Aaron Rodgers is going to go somewhere, and he's going to want all this shine, and then he's going to be like, "Get this camera off of me," because I can't even deal with my own family. You think I'm going to be able to play football here?
Well, that's the thing, that's why honestly,
he could never go to LA. He could never go to Miami. He could never go to New York. He needs to go to a fucking Midwest.
That shit. Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is Midwest purgatory.
I mean, Denver's it's a bigger, obviously a lot bigger market than Green Bay, but I think he could handle Denver. I think
it's small to me. I look at Denver, and Denver is like
because but there's nothing around it, like you said.
That's why Denver's like San Antonio. It's in the middle of Texas, and nobody cares, and they don't even have a football team.
It's in the middle. Yeah, he could handle that. That's what he could handle it. And I think the thing is, though, that I think
I'm from Texas. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't have a real perspective of the rest of the United States, but Texas is huge. So I do everything in that, like, regards. Like, that's my scale.
Everything big in Texas.
It's fucking huge. It's like California, but it's long. California's like a banana. Texas is like a huge grapefruit. Yeah.
Right. But I just let's get Bogie's take. I think he's finally about back in our matrix. So Bogie, you there?
Yep.
Awesome, man. What's your take on this, man? Rodgers and Adams want to stick together in 2022. Do you think they'll be able to though? Because it might be a
Send them
deal
both to
where
the Texans.
Green Bay might be like, well, we're gonna tag Adams and trade Rodgers, but I'm thinking they might go to package deal both to Denver. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm on record for saying that that's like the best case scenario option for the Packers, because it's like, why just let those guys? Like, of course, obviously, it would Rodgers and them. They already have an understanding that if he doesn't come back to play for him, they're gonna trade. He wants to be traded, right? If I think he comes back to play, period, it's not for them. So he's on the way out. And then the smart thing would do is, yes, franchise tag Devontae. Then you could trade them. And then obviously, I bet you part of the trade deal, you know what I mean? Well, just the good thing to do would just be to obviously, give Devontae Adams a bag after, as long as barring any injury.
And then try to get Aaron back for another year. Like tag Devontae, try to get Aaron back.
See, that would be the plan.
Yeah, they're gonna try for that, but I don't know if they'll be able to make that work.
To me,
that's why I think they might just say fuck it, pull the plug, trade him to Denver, and rebuild.
Look, you've had Devontae and Aaron for years. Get what you can right now while people are like, oh, they haven't done good. Like this is the height of it. What are you gonna do better next year? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
trade these motherfuckers away and get what you can now.
Oh, you get a lot. Denver, they
you
literally get
get a
Jerry
lot,
Jeudy and a bunch of picks. You literally get Jerry Jeudy, probably KJ
Packers
Hamler.
would be great with a young head coach still, But nobody wants to rebuild ever.
Exactly. No one wants to rebuild. That's a great point, Peacock. Everyone's scared to rebuild. Same with my Saints, man. I talked to
you know who wants to rebuild? All the San Francisco 49ers fans, because they know their quarterback ain't shit.
Well, see, here's the thing.
All the 49ers want to rebuild. You get the Super Bowl every year. We can't win
to begin.
Well, there's the question comes when we have to get into shootouts. That's what we don't want. With Jimmy,
right, exactly. Right? But we know Jimmy. Well, you know what Jimmy can't do, and that's gunsling it with guys like Stafford.
We've seen Shanahan with several different types of quarterbacks, and it's just different types of playbooks. He's a great coach, so he has different playbooks for different player types.
That's the big key. A lot of people don't even bring into the fact. I mean, unless you're like a
when Lance, imagine Lance in Lance in a full offseason as the starter, he's gonna be like, bro, for fantasy especially, he's gonna go crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, his rushing floor is ridiculous.
I'm saying,
most definitely.
You know who I'm into? Davis Mills.
I like him too. But,
the Judge, baby.
Wait.
Hey, the Judge is gonna be my favorite third QB to have.
Yeah, he'll be a nice super flex.
Yeah, exactly. In super flex, exactly. Like a third.
Dude, he's so dope. He's putting up 20 points in his rookie year in garbage.
Yeah, with David
offense.
David Culley.
With no leadership, with no nothing. He's just like, I'm just out here learning.
He's like, I'll be the judge of it.
Rex fucking Burkhead.
No, the thing that got me pissed off was people in the fantasy community actually picked up on it in the last 3 weeks of the season. I was like, no.
They finally, Burkhead was like,
they were like, oh, they're just like, people started talking up Mills and being like, no, you know what? He's actually pretty good. It's like, no, that was on Mills.
When you don't look at Davis Mills, he's going crazy.
Right.
Well, everyone starts looking at him, bro.
Wait, Bogie, didn't you say you had to bounce it at 9?
Yeah. I can still rock because see, here's the thing is, I was making several phone calls in the Matrix. You know what I mean? Because there's supposed to be 4 individuals total in this session, and only the engineers responding to me. You know what I mean? The other 2.
So they need all the people. What happens is that shit happens like an hour and a half later than what you planned, or it doesn't happen until another day.
Exactly. We have a
window. We'll keep rocking. Then I was gonna say you could do your rant now, but if you're good, we'll get to the early 2022 fantasy talk.
Let's keep it. Yeah, let's keep it rocking, man.
Okay, awesome.
Let's keep it rocking. I'm gonna take a restroom break, and I will be right back.
Yeah, do your thing. They ain't making a move until I ain't making a move until like they even text me back, because the motherfuckers ain't even texting me back. So I'm like, man, fuck it.
Yeah, let that's for your music, right? Let the people know about your music. Bogard Scott, Bogard Scott Free World, huh?
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just both. I mean, it's funny because I haven't been too active with my music on social media, but like behind the scenes, fucking with a lot of production. You know what I mean? I produce most of my own album that I've been sitting on too. It's kind of like shit. I just got in the lab, started working hella, especially as soon as the quarantine hit. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, it was just, but like, you know, and I would only go in the lab for a couple hours at a time. And you know what I'm saying? In a couple hours at a time, I could do like 2 tracks easily. You know what I mean? So I would just go in there and just knock shit out. And then one day, when 2020 was closing, you know what I'm saying? I was looking through, I got back in the lab and I was just looking through, you know, hella shit that I'd done through the course of the year. And then I was like, man, I got hella tracks. And then through 2021, just started mixing some of them, getting some of them mixed in. Anybody that makes music knows there's a process, you know what I mean?
Oh, from, yeah, like, most definitely.
Like mix.
Yeah, like my cousin Matthew, he's real into all that mixed board. It's a lot of he's all in with it. Yeah,
like post production is like everything in recording, obviously. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I mean, you know, recording live sets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That shit's dope. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, post production, you know, just shines everything up, makes it all. And anyways, yeah, you know, I have to get in the lab, man. It's been a while. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, yeah, back in the lab.
I haven't been in there to work in a minute. I've been through there. You know what I mean? You know, just, you know, peep game, see what's going down. I mean, I got to, you know what I'm saying? We motherfuckers is fucking, you know, this is how we rock. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, yeah. I like how you balance it. You know, you got the fantasy shit and then the music game. So, yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, man, because it's all things I enjoy. And
right. Yeah, passion.
I mean, like, you know, whatever it is, you know, it's little things, you know what I mean? Like if some, you get joy out of anything, little things, big things, whatever the fuck it is, man. If you're getting it and you enjoy it, man, I, you know, try to do it as much as possible.
Yeah, and then you can bring it together. Like you can do the intros, like the make plays every day. Oh, hey, yeah. I always have myself bumping that make plays every day.
Yeah, I think I've ever sent you it. I could probably send you the MP3.
Yeah, do that. I don't think you did. Yeah, do that. Yeah, that shit's dope.
You got an iPhone. I could just text it to you, right? And you could download it to your fucking your playlist or whatnot.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. We'll do.
That shit's fun.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you got the music going. It's whenever you're on the Stuck in the Matrix there earlier, as Peacock was gave him a plug for all his artwork, went and did the screen share and had it up there. It was a lot of cool shit, man. I'm gonna have to go buy some.
I want to get that Luigi one he did.
Yeah, the Luigi one and the Waluigi. That one was dope too. It had the Nikes on. Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah, those things are freaking dope. But yeah, let's get into this. I know we're the types that we love to think way the fuck ahead. So let's get into this early 2022 fantasy talk.
Yeah.
I know we always like to fuck around with this shit. So yeah, let's do the screen share. I already got it pulled up. I got the rankings going, man, because my rant last week, I was so pissed off with ESPN. I was like, fuck it, I'm doing my own shit. I'm doing my rankings. Let's get them going. So let's see. I'm gonna make them to where y'all can see them here. Shoot, they got the goddamn magnifying glass thing somewhere. I might have to pull the screen share.
It's all good.
Yeah, because it's not letting me zoom in. Yeah, let me. Yeah, I'll. Oh man, now it really messed it up. God damn it, this shit. Oh, here we go. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what the hell it's doing, man. It's pissing me off, but it's not it's
things
not,
like this can occur in the field.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're
in the Matrix.
Stuck in the fucking Matrix, man. This thing, like, why won't it get bigger? Like the other computer, my work computer, that's one thing Here we go. I got it. We got it. All right. Let's chill. Let's get it going. That's something with the Matrix. I mean, you got to kind of, it'll piss you off, and then you're like, all right. We got it. Let's
just got to cool it out. We just got to cool it out.
Yeah. Get that bitch cooled out. Yeah, because it's like, this goddamn Matrix, fucking guy. You just want to throw all your shit, like just break the computer and all that. But it's like, all right, chill out. Don't want to have to go spending money on a new one of these motherfuckers. So where's the screen share thing? Yeah. So my apologies, y'all. We're still getting used to all this. I'm used to just doing the old school type podcast. We're getting used to this the live joints. But anyway, Bogard, I'll get that shit up. Let the people know, I guess, who would be your. I don't know if you've done your rankings yet, but I guess let the people know like first round, right? Who are some guys we'll just start with the basics. Who are your targets next year for the first round?
So
in PPR.
And a PPR, full point PPR, which is the only way we play, right? And I'd say in the first round, and I would kind of like prefer this. Maybe I'll put it in this kind of order. This might sound a little crazy, but I'm just winging it right now. I'd like for the 1, 2, or 3 in no particular order. We're talking Cooper Kupp, we're talking Derrick Henry, and Jonathan Taylor, like in no particular order.
Right? Cooper Kupp top 3, straight fire. I like it.
Right.
I think he comes down a little bit. Right now, I have Adams. I still have Adams ahead of. I have Adams first because I think him and Rodgers stick together. But I could see Kupp.
Yeah,
Kupp could repeat. Kupp could repeat. We'll see.
That's important.
Jalen Ramsey could not stop Cooper Kupp. I want to hear him say it because it's probably true. And once that happens, then everybody will finally be like, you know what? Just put Cooper Kupp in all your lineups every freaking week because he's good, man. Mm-hmm. He's the way I feel about myself when I play flag football. Throw me the fucking ball. I will catch it and I will make something happen. If you throw a shitty ball, then I'm going to get, flagged or I'm going to get a 2-yard gain or whatever. But if you give me the ball in space, I'm going to fucking score. That is Cooper Kupp. That's the way I feel.
They always said with Cooper Kupp coming out of college, they said, one of his profile, on part of his profile, they said he had really great hands, right?
Oh yeah,
and
that's all they ever said about me, bro.
And you know what's crazy is when they get there, when Sean McVay gets there, he's like, okay, we gotta draft this guy Cooper Kupp because he on watching the film on Jared Goff, he's like, hey, this guy's hella inaccurate. We're gonna need a guy.
Need a guy with hands.
Yeah.
Look, dude, I'll tell you this. Look, this is my high school profile or my junior high profile, and I was a 4-year starter on varsity. Okay, I wasn't great because I went to a small school, but I played 4 years of varsity high school football. Okay.
Yeah.
They took me as a wide receiver because I was killing it in junior high. I was scoring a touchdown every time I caught the fucking ball. I don't talk about this because it doesn't matter. It's junior high. Every time they threw me the fucking football, I was going to score. I played defense, and I was a holder, extra point. They took me in varsity my freshman year because they had no excuse. They're like, we need this guy to hold the football on extra point. Because this guy can do everything. If we need a backup quarterback, we need a receiver. You want this guy to go play special teams. You want to do you want to be a linebacker. This guy doesn't care. He will go do it. So that was my niche to be like, I'm a utility guy. All right. But I had the one thing that stuck with that was he has great hands. That's the only thing. No speed, no good route running. He has good hands. The ball will come to him. It's going to stick. Has good hands, so let's make him the holder. 4 years starting holder on special teams. Hey, bro, nice. I you know how many field goals I threw touchdown? Like those turned into touchdown passes. By the time I was a sophomore, I threw 3 touchdown passes because the snapper botched the snap. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, this guy could be a backup quarterback. So 3 weeks into my freshman year, I was a backup quarterback on varsity. And I was returning picks. So anyways, long story short, man, Cooper Kupp is that guy, Cooper Kupp is one of those dudes. I heard his interview and he's like, yeah, well, third and short, they rolled a safety down low and we called, Lucy because he's on the left side. We went to a sky formation, and I heard that shit, so I knew that the out route on a 5 and out was going to be great, but they had been studying that on tape. So I ran a 5 out, and then I went up. But then I did a signal with Stafford, and he knew that it was going to be a 5 out and up, but then it turned into a dig, and that's why my route took 7 seconds to run. And then he found me open 7 seconds later. You know what I mean? So
what is that, a triple move?
Is.
It was a triple move.
That is who Cooper Kupp is. You know, he's a football. He's a guy, bro. Yeah. He's a guy. He's a football guy. When you love football and you're a guy, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, there's guys who are athletes. They're fucking legit. They're barn burners. But if they don't love the fucking game, Josh Gordon, you know, that's who you are.
And it's also there's also reverse racism when you're a white receiver in the NFL because
you have your chip isn't a chip, man. It's a whole tortilla, bro. It's a fucking
the cup feeling.
They don't do the tortilla chip. It's not a tortilla.
Yeah, even what's his name solidified. So what's his name? Hunter Renfrow solidified himself this year.
Look, listen, my son, his name is Wes. My son is a little short white guy. Exactly. I named my son after Wes Welker. You know why? Because Wes Welker was a Texas Tech motherfucking sharp route runner who didn't give a shit what anybody said. And anytime somebody said he wasn't going to be nothing, he became something. That's what you name your kid.
Yeah, and that's I just want to give y'all a little hint. My rant will tie into this. My rant has a lot to do with that subject about dudes being slept on. So yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's
hell yeah, man. But look, that's my whole life. I was always slept on. I was the guy who was like, who's this guy? He's gonna play football for us? Like, who the fuck are you? And then all of a sudden, like, I was like a two-way starter, like fucking all district dude. And the guys 4 years before that were fucking like, we were hanging out together. Those guys used to pick on me, who became my friends. It was so fucking weird and bittersweet. And still to this day, I'm like, fuck those guys. They didn't believe in me, man. Even when I was there and pulling through for them, those guys still didn't believe in me. Fuck those guys.
Fucking assholes, man. They kind of, I mean, that's really impressive. Like my athletics never took off. I was always
I'm not.
But recently, I'll just say
I'm not super great or athletic, but I worked really hard.
I've been pushing myself recently on the basketball court. I've been balling.
I know, man. I talk to you about it all the time. Basketball is hard, dude. Every time I go play basketball, I get hurt.
Yeah, it's physical, man. And I play street ball, man. I go outside. I play outside.
No, we'll go rent a gym for 2 hours and play like legit, like full court, but it gets.
Oh yeah, well outside, I mean it's full court. Like I mean it's a full it's outside. I mean it's a full length deal. I mean it's physical, man. I love it because
I get you. We're at sea level, so you know the wind not a big factor.
Yeah, kind of like today. But I was like, make a long story short, to basically, or like Bogard said, make a long story longer. But what happened was, what happened was when I first would go out there, I would get my clock cleaned. Like I would struggle.
Yeah, somebody throwing like they're getting a rebound.
They respect me. You know, I get pushed.
They get a rebound.
And then if I didn't do something right, they'd yell at me, say it was my fault because I'm one of the only white boys that goes out there. And so, like, I know sometimes they'll pick on me.
You know what I do when like guys want to get all physical? They want to do shit like that, like you know, whatever. It's like, and they want us to straight up before we even start. It's like shirt sources, skins. Y'all are skins,
right? Yeah,
they start calming down a little bit.
But about the long story, I'll say when I would first go out there, they would think they could big by me, but guess what? Now they can't do that no more. I've proven myself out there. Like today, dude slacked up on me on defense. I was the lead scorer. No cap.
Yeah, dude, in high school, I used to be like one of those down low enforcers.
I'd take the cookies, man. I'll play the post. I'm not scared to play the post. I play the post. The other team had this big.
That's what I'm saying. That was me in high school. I would get down there and get dirty.
I would push back, man. Yeah, exactly. That's my role.
Block them out. If you have position, you can block them out. That's your shit, dog.
Yeah,
that's your board.
I'm a stretch.
Call you over the back.
Yeah, I'm a stretch four. I get rebounds and I shoot. I'm a stretch four. I finally figured out my identity on the court. Because I'm actually like, I mean, I'm not super tall, but I'm tall enough.
No, but you can play like it. You can play like it.
I can shoot. Yeah,
I get you.
I'm a stretch 4. Yep, stretch 4.
No, man, I played against everybody. We're all 6 foot under club, but we're all like pushing it, right? So everybody's
I'm right. I think I'm like 5'11" and a half, so I'm basically 6 feet. So yeah, I'm not.
But we're
tall.
doing our thing out there, you know.
Either. I mean, I got some height to me.
When I was in high school, though, I was one of those like loose ball, take the charge. I was a Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I take charges, man. I took some hard charges today, man. My legs were done. I didn't even know if I could run one more. And then it was crazy because normally when it's a new game, normally I'm the one they always like drop from the team. But they're like, no, bro, you stay on, bro, stay on. We want you. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll stay on.
We'd always just shoot. Just keep shooting for it. Like, all right. I was like, oh, good. I needed a break anyway. couldn't make this fucking free throw.
Yeah, and then we shot for captain today. I got first pick, so we did good. I got to pick the best dude out there. I asked him, I was like, damn, bro, you got offers? I was like, you're a stud. And he said he did.
I knew people who were like Division I, like they're good. They played. Like I was never that way. Not in basketball.
Yeah,
he not in basketball.
He wasn't quite tall enough, I don't think, to be Division I. Like when we did the full court, like he was.
I was really good. I was really good. Look, honestly, I was really good in baseball. And I don't even talk about it. But like my dad played college baseball and shit. But I didn't like my coaches. I hated them. So I honestly
I never got into baseball because I didn't have a good.
Nah, man, I was honestly like real good. Like I was like all state level, and I was like, you know what, fuck y'all. And I just didn't do it. And I went into acting at my school. And I did that. And that's how I met my wife. I mean, like me and her kicked it up. Like we became good friends back then.
Universe.
The universe. Yeah, universe. Yeah.
But my dad was always like, I'm going to be a professional baseball player. Like that was my dad's thing. Like he thought he was going to fucking be a pitcher in the MLB, you know?
Yeah.
Could have, probably. I'm not going to lie. I've seen him. He's a fucking beast. I would never reach those levels. No, yeah, he had some fucking heat, dude. Like he would like arm wrestle his coaches in junior high and high school and beat their asses. Like boom, no problem. Who's next?
Yeah. So
my dad, his uncles would charge like a little thing in the neighborhood, like in the cul-de-sac in California where they grew up, and they throw like $5 on the toddlers, man. And my dad would be like the Royal Rumble champion. There's like a bunch of 5-year-olds kicking each other's asses. That was his claim to fame in the beginning. He's like, that's how I learned how to get hard. I was like, dude, what? When I was 5 years old, you just gave me a fucked up haircut. Oh man, shit's wild.
Yeah.
Don't grow up Hispanic, y'all.
Oh yeah. He told me some of the stories, Peacock, when we were off camera. Yeah, y'all were wild and but,
honestly, if I look back on some of this shit that I did when I was growing up, it's like, damn, I could have been dead like 20 times. What?
Oh, he's like a cat. He used up his 9 lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn. Yeah. I'm trying to, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just read them off, y'all, man. The Matrix is tripping me up with the damn screen share. It's fucking with me. So I'll just read them off. This is my first round for 2022 fantasy football. 1 to 12, straight PPR. All right. Number 1. Jonathan Taylor. Number 2, Derrick Henry. Number 3, Najee Harris. Number 4, Austin Eckler. Number 5, Devontae Adams. Number 6, Dalvin Cook. Number 7, Cooper Kupp. Number 8, Joe Mixon. Sergio Mix-a-Lot. Number 9, Christian McCaffrey. Number 10, Alvin Kamara. Number 11, Jamar Chase. And number 12, another LSU boy, Justin Jefferson.
All right. Not too bad.
Yeah, y'all think Kupp's a little low. I think Kupp's gonna regress.
I do feel like that recency bias is gonna push Kupp up. Push the Kupp up.
And then
I'm low on it. I'll be low on him compared to the consensus. I will not be owning it much Cooper.
You know who I'm gonna be super high on? If he stays with the Rams, Robert Woods.
Yeah, Robert Woods is that Odell. I say Odell. Yeah, early rumors have Odell going to the Chiefs. he'll take over that Sammy Watkins role with the Chiefs.
You mean
They never really
the
filled that.
Josh Gordon that he just released?
Or yeah,
we don't need him.
what they thought Josh Gordon was gonna do. Yeah, Odell will go there.
They released Josh Gordon?
They did.
He's on the practice squad. Yeah, he's not even on the active roster anymore.
They
Yeah, they brought
degraded
him
him.
back.
I thought it was a release. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they demoted him. Yeah, they just demoted him. No one claimed him.
Dude, Josh Gordon still in the NFL gives me fucking props. Like, hey, be a degenerate, smoke your shit, do your things, have your problems, make it known, and still get paid every year.
Yeah, at least he's still
Love
getting
you,
paid.
Josh Gordon.
He doesn't even have to. Doesn't even have to
Josh
take
Gordon,
any hits.
I'm gonna do 100 Josh Gordon NFTs, and I got you, dog. Just give me a royalty once we mint them. It's on me.
Do a Josh Gordon.
Imagine you have a base,
Browns
Josh
jersey.
Gordon, he lets you do it, right? But then you have like him with ski goggles, him smoking before the game, like whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah, do him in the Browns. Do him in the Browns jersey, man. He was a legend for the fucking Browns.
Those are the super rare ones.
They were the Browns,
super rare. Chiefs like
Browns.
Even more rare. You know what I mean? Any team
you know who he was with over there?
Shanahan. Yeah, Johnny Football. Oh yeah, Shanahan was with the Browns.
Seattle.
Yep.
He was in Seattle for like
he was in New England too. He didn't do shit there.
Really? I wrote a whole
fucking article about him going to Seattle, and I was like, they don't need him. I remember Robbie was like, I need like 200 words on this. It's like, cool. They don't need him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they didn't. He didn't do shit over there.
I was like, I could do that with a bunch of fluff. Like, they don't need him first line, and then 200 words. 197 words.
He definitely, what was it? I think
he burned bright. He made
a couple big plays.
Splash guy.
Yeah, he made in New England too. He made some splash plays.
Yeah, of course. But his prime was 2015 to 2020, or
it was more like
2013 to 2015.
Yeah, with the Browns. I mean, that was his best. Fucking, I think it was 2013. Yeah, 2013. He was lightning
in a bottle then.
He was fucking. He was Flash Gordon, man. He had 1646.
That's the weird thing with Antonio Brown, though. That's the weird thing with Antonio Brown. You think Antonio Brown isn't that, but he is. But then he goes there and he fucking self-destructs like a dumbass. Tom Brady was like, we could have used you. I could have won, and then we could still be in this shit. And I could have won another Super Bowl. Like, you were my secret plan, but you're an idiot. Or you're volatile.
I tell you what, man, shout out to Huss on the Circle last night, that showdown question of who quit.
I didn't see it, and I need to see it, and I glanced over the topics, and I know I am the reigning champ. Whoever won last night is the
Bogie's
interim.
Now the reigning champ. Bogie
Bogie is not the reigning champ. Bogie is the interim champ because I am the inaugural champion.
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
Now we're gonna have to face off. Now I didn't know this. Now, look, now there's some real beef.
Yes.
And I keep coming in third place. I finished third again. It was Bogie and Tyron. I'm sick of third place. I want to win this month.
Well, look, now you know you have a killer lineup here because you got like 3 of the top dudes from other podcasts.
Yeah, we're the top 3
doing your shit.
Yeah. We're the top 3.
Entertaining as fuck.
We're the big 3. We're the big 3 coming together, man. The fucking big 3.
Look, if Bogart's on the stream, it's always entertaining. Period.
Oh yeah, Bogie's a walking bucket when it comes to podcasting. He's always got a sick take.
Hey, you know what?
You know what I do for a living? I listen to people. So guess what that makes me want to do? Talk. So you can't get me to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, but see, that's what I mean. We could. I mean, we'll put a bow on this thing in a little while. But I was like, we could literally, if we wanted, we could go all night with this shit. Like we really could.
I could continue forever.
Oh yeah, we could go all night.
But I'm here for you, my friend, and this is your show. And whenever you want to cut it,
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't get a chance to step out and get drinks, man. I was like, man,
here you go. You want one? Right here.
The claw speaks.
Yes.
Bogard. Those are dangerous, man. You can easily get white girl wasted off them.
Oh,
things.
dude, I'm
Man,
always
it's
white
bad.
girl wasted, but it's even better. I'm
And
so
then you
much.
chug them, and then you're like, "Woo!" You don't give
No,
a
but
shit.
like, but white girl wasted, they get crazy. Like if I get white girl
Oh,
wasted
man.
with like White Claw wasted, right? I'm
Yeah.
more chill. I'm like a little more relaxed.
I mean,
Like, oh,
Really?
I don't want
tastes
to fight
hella-
nobody.
It tastes hella good.
Yeah, they really do. It's like a fruit punch Gatorade bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's different.
yeah.
It hits me differently. It's like, oh, I'm buzzing,
Yeah.
but off of this Powerade, you know
Right?
what's going on?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yep. So anyway, yeah, we talked the top
Hold
12.
on.
Let's see if I can
Hold
get the
on, hold on.
bullshit
I
pulled
wanna
up.
say
Yeah. Oh
something
yeah.
about
Get
the
your
rankings,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I
What
like
else
where
you got?
I like where you got Joe Mixon. Who do you got in front of Joe Mixon? You had
He's
him
a
at
first
8, right?
rounder. The only ones I had in front of him was Cup, Cook, Adams, Eckler, Harris, Henry, and Taylor.
I'd probably take Joe Mixon over Cook. I'm crazy.
Yeah, because you know why? Because the only reason
Yeah, it'll
is
depend
Joe
on the
Mixon's gonna
quarterback
slide.
situation there
Nobody has
in
Joe Mixon in their
Minnesota.
first round. They still don't.
Oh, I do. He's
But
first round next year. And
I
that
know, but
offense,
people don't look. They're like people.
Because people are like, "Oh, he always got hurt on me, and he sucks." And
yeah, they
they're like,
hold
"Why? Because he
grudges.
got
Yeah.
hurt."
You gotta
This
let
is easier to
you
jump on him,
gotta
though.
let bygones be bygones, bro. You
No,
can't worry
you're
about
right.
that shit.
Totally right. You're totally correct.
I mean, here's the
Because
thing. Look
Joe
at the
Burrow.
trio. The
Right,
trio
it's a
of
brand new
receivers.
system. Zach
The
Taylor,
trio
they
of
got this shit
receivers
going.
taking the top off for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know
And
who's the
he's the
guy you gotta
goal line
buy?
guy. He gets the goal
You know
line
who?
carries.
Dynasty buy 101.
Yeah, let's
Tyler-
talk dynasty buys. Yeah.
Tyler Boyd.
Oh, I mean, shit. He's
He'd be able to get him cheap, probably.
and
You can get him for pennies on the dollar right now.
Right,
Nobody's
he's
thinking about Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
And he had games where he popped off for like 20 points, you know, like a mini Gabe Davis, but not for a touchdown in the playoffs. Gabe Davis, where his price is going to be super high.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gabe
I would
Davis, man.
go
He was
get
one of
Tyler
my
Boyd.
dynasty buys. If y'all
If you
listened to
can't
me
get-
last year,
yeah,
he
he's
was
gonna
a
be a
dynasty
dynasty bud.
buy last year. I listened back. You know what's funny? I listened back to a show and I was arguing with my co-host Josh about Gabe Davis. He was like, Who's that? Gabriel Davis, man. That dude ain't no Gabriel Davis. I was like, that's a guy,
is,
bro. That's
These
a
guys are
guy.
like stocks. You got to get them when they're like before they broke off. They already
Exactly.
broke off.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
now
yeah,
you're fucked.
yeah.
If
Now
you weren't
you're
in on
fucked,
Gabe
but
Davis before the regular NFL
I
season ended, before the
was.
playoffs,
You know
so
what's
was I.
crazy?
Trust me, so was I.
I was because I
You
kept
weren't.
Emmanuel Sanders is done. Cole Beasley is done. It's Gabriel Davis season, and Dawson.
I'm already in the point where I'm like Isaiah McKenzie, but I was like, not yet.
Possibly, actually,
No,
McKenzie
but
could
he's
be
on
a
the
good
rise.
buy right now because
I love him in the return game right now.
Sanders
If
is a
he
free
gets used
agent.
like
He
if
gone.
he gets
Cole
used like
Beasley
Gabe Davis
is gonna
and
get
still
cut.
returns,
He gone. So yeah.
if he gets used like
McKenzie could
Gabe
be a
Davis and
guy.
still returns, and you have leagues where you get return yards, I would still be like, give me.
I bet you they draft
McKenzie right now over Gabe Davis.
I bet you they draft him a receiver.
Oh yeah, I think
You know why we're talking like this? Because Josh Allen took not one,
Stallion,
not two, but 3 steps up from last year to this.
Yeah,
that's why we're talking about 4-string receivers.
And you know what's crazy is the way.
You know
so
what
Gabriel
sucks?
Davis. This was
Diggs,
his second.
Stephon Diggs didn't do shit this year.
Hey,
I mean, he was still solid though. He was still solid.
Yeah.
For a wide receiver 2, low end wide receiver 1, where you drafted him was wide receiver 1.
He was a mid range WR1. I'd say
people were gonna draft him and saying, "Look, no." People drafted him in the middle, thinking he's gonna take that step to surpass Adams. I know a lot of people thinking,
right? Yeah, he didn't live up to that. Yeah, he didn't live up to that.
No, because Josh Allen is a good, smart quarterback. He's not Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna throw it to the guy who's open. I'm not gonna throw it to the guy who will eventually get open. There's a difference when you have good receivers and when you have guys you trust. Josh Allen trusts himself. Josh Allen didn't say, "Go get me Stephon Diggs." Fuck no. The team went and did that.
Yeah.
Josh Allen was like, "I believe in myself." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can throw people open.
Yeah, he made Gabe Davis like the guy in that game.
He's made IKEA. What's his name? McKenzie. He's made McKenzie a guy.
Yeah,
he's made Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley was a guy. People needed him on their fantasy team. You know.
Yep. Exactly.
Cole Beasley was the guy who helped Josh Allen. Don't get me wrong, right? But it coincided with Cole Beasley dying and Josh Allen getting good. It was like a mesh. It happened at the same time, and nobody wanted to give Josh Allen the credit. Josh Allen's a fucking great quarterback, dude.
And Gabriel Davis, he been flashing like that.
Gabe Davis has been flashing, and I've been picking him
That's
up everywhere.
I'm saying. I said that last year. Yeah, where's that graphic?
So, in his rookie year, he was rookie year. He was
graphic. Yeah, he really
Gabe
was.
Davis is a wide receiver 2. I'm treating him as a wide receiver 2 from now on, every day, all day. Yeah, in any league, doesn't matter. Because he's always been a wide receiver 3 in my heart. I've seen the way he plays. I know the way he plays. I played wide receiver. I know what it takes to fucking get open. I am me personally. I play like a tight end. I move like I'm slow, but I think that I could get open like a Beasley or a Davis or one of those guys. But I don't. I get open like a Gronk. I'm like a Gronk. You know, I am. I know what I am. I've seen film.
Big body.
Okay? I know what I am now. When I was younger, maybe I was like a wide receiver, right? But I've always been like a tight end, backup quarterback dude. And hey, I can throw the ball and I can catch it. I can't throw it to myself, but
you're a Taysom Hill type.
Yeah, honestly, give me the ball in space. And look, if nobody's around me for 5 yards, I could take that to the fucking house. It doesn't matter how far away it could be 90 yards down the field. They're not going to catch me because once I get going, then it's like, oh, shit, that guy has some fucking straight line speed. It's like, where did that come from? It's called, I don't know what the fuck it's called. It just happens. I've always had.
Hey, I got a question for you.
I'm a 200 to a 400 meter guy in track. That's the way I used to roll.
Damn. You fast.
And that's it. Like, it was just 200 to 400. Like, it went faster than that. My cross-country coach was like, you suck. And my sprinter coach was like, you always suck. But my 400-meter coach was like, you a fucking hoss. Get on the team. You don't have to practice. Just show up to the meets. He's like, here's the gold ribbon. Show up. Like 4 years Letterman. He was all about that shit. But he was also my DB coach, and he hated the fuck out of the way that I played defense. And I was like, fuck you. So I just went to play receiver, and I got all the glory after that. Hated that guy.
I was like, I got to fully shift gears. We're going to do our rants here soon. Before we shift gears, I got a question for y'all. Better fantasy play for 2022 fantasy, Javonte Williams or Elijah Mitchell? What y'all think?
Javonte.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Even the Niners fan said Javonte.
Yeah. That one was too easy. I'm trying to think of a little tough.
For me, it's because of the security of the position. The San Francisco 49ers do not give a fuck who their running back is, what their name is, who they played for, who they were. They could have Barry Sanders back there. They don't give a fuck if it was Barry Sanders.
Kyle Shanahan for you, yep. Yeah, he's kind of
Kyle Shanahan's like, if you're gonna get hurt in 10 plays, you're not gonna get the ball.
Okay, I got a better one for y'all. Saquon or Antonio Banderas Gibson.
See,
that's good.
I mean the core.
Yeah, that one's tough.
I want to hear what Bogard says.
I'm thinking I can go first unless you want to go Bogard.
I'd probably take Saquon. I just don't know.
That's what I was thinking too. Yep. I was thinking Saquon too. Buy as a Tyrant says, buy a cunt hair.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, barely. Yeah,
exactly.
Ridiculously, that's the way I was leaning to.
Saquon is going to be Saquon is next year's Joe Mixon in fantasy, where like he's the guy that
a great buy low candidate. Yeah,
like and like his going into this year, people were off Joe Mixon. It was like, Joe Mixon was the value. You know what I mean?
Boom, you're hitting it right there because that's the exact same type of value. Because you know that they were good at one point. They have the potential of being good. You know the team sucks. Could they have a switch
regime?
Up?
Yeah, they just hired Brian Dable today, the Bills OC.
So I wouldn't even look at the positional talent. I would look at the other
they
variables.
did this today. Like they did this today. I could create a little Giants hire. Brian, let me get the spelling right. Yeah, yeah, they really did that shit, man. They made it official. He didn't go to the
Taking this off.
he
Sorry.
didn't go to the Dolphins. He was gonna maybe go to the Dolphins.
No, but you know what though is the guy that they hired that the
You'd
New
still
York
be a
Giants
Texans
hired.
fan and win championships. That's all I'm saying.
The guy that the Giants hired, he came from the Bills. The guy that the Giants hired.
Brian. Yeah, this guy, Brian.
No. I'm talking about the GM.
Oh yeah, the GM Sheehan was his name.
Yeah,
I
he
forgot
came
his
from the
first
Bills.
name. Yeah.
So
right,
he might have bridged that.
Oh yeah, he did for sure. Yeah, because they said Dable was the lead. Yeah, Joe Schoen. Yep, Joe Schoen. Yeah, because they said Dable was the lead guy for the Dolphins, but I bet Schoen was like, nah, fuck that, man. We're gonna get you. We're gonna treat you right over here. We got you, man. And so they got him there. Yep, Brian Dable. So yeah, I tell y'all what, I'm with Bogie, man. Saquon's guy. If Saquon's ever gonna be a guy, this year is gonna be his year, or else he's just gonna be like,
because after this year,
he's just gonna have to retire.
Yeah, he's going to turn into one of those guys that you can't.
Yeah, like Bo Jackson, Gale Sayers. Yeah, he had potential, but
this is the year to buy Saquon. Like, you're going to get him at his lowest.
Yep. Yeah.
You might get a fucking highlight video in the offseason. Right.
Right. And we're not, and again, the PSA, we're not trying to slander.
And then Stephanie Smalls will buy all your shares, but it doesn't matter because you're not in leagues with her. So, you could still take advantage.
I think I know one Giant fan. It's my brother-in-law. That's the only one.
Dude, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, what? Oh, I'm getting calls.
My brother-in-law, he's in a
I'm getting calls.
Jersey.
Yeah, how do those? Yeah, hey Giants fan, hey Giants homer, how do all those Kenny Galladay shares work out for you this year?
I had one out of 15 leagues, and it was the
same. And I cut the
bastard.
He was
fucking
fucking
0 points all year long.
He was.
I didn't start him at all.
I cut him. Kenny Galladay share.
You know who?
I cut him. I cut him for the White Hope. Hunter Renfrow.
Who was the better investment than Kenny Galladay? Will Fuller.
Hunter Renfrow.
Will Fuller was a better investment than Kenny Galladay.
I might switch my rant about how bad Kenny Galladay
honestly, I can sell Will Fuller for more than Kenny Galladay now.
He was so bad. Jeez. Man.
I can sell Will Fuller for more than Kenny Galladay right now.
Yeah, because people were so bitter. Will Fuller was low standards. No one really expected much out of Will Fuller.
You want to know where Will Fuller's going?
No, Will Fuller was out a whole year. He's fresh, bro. He's going to blow up.
Will Fuller's going.
He's going to blow up. He had a whole year off.
He's going to go to the Raiders.
No wide receivers had that shit. Just the whole year off to recover from that finger injury.
Yeah, Will Fuller is pretty talented. So, I mean...
He's going to go to the Raiders.
No, Will Fuller's fast.
Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah.
Will Fuller is fast.
Yeah.
Will Fuller is not talented. Will Fuller is not talented. Will Fuller is fast.
I mean, he always had a knock for having like these tiny ass hands too, and then like
Will Fuller is not talented. Will Fuller is fast. That's what it is. You can't catch a football, bro.
But he can burn people.
All he had to do was catch one of them against the Patriots, and we would have beat their asses in 2017. We would have beaten them.
All right. One more for y'all. Wide receiver question. Check this one out. This is one I've been going back and forth on. And we mentioned him earlier with Stephon Diggs. Who y'all thinking here? And another one of your Niners, Bogard. Stephon Diggs or Deebo Samuel?
I mean, a Deebo would probably go later, like maybe a third round or fourth round. No, he's gonna go with like a third round.
He should go. He shouldn't go no later than the third.
Yeah. So I probably end up with Deebo. I mean, like, because Diggs is a guy you got to take in like early second round. You know what I mean? And there's probably guys I'm gonna like better in the early second round, like a Kelsey or a so like say I'm on the back of the first round and I get that swing around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I say as of now, I'd probably say Diggs because I'm thinking Sanders and Beasley get cut. But if they draft a receiver super high, that could cut into Diggs' target share. So as of now, Diggs, because I mean, your Niners, y'all are very simple. Like I don't think y'all draft. Yeah, y'all are very like with the. Y'all are very like
the Niners do not draft prima donnas at wide receiver. I heard
But
that.
if the
They're like,
Bills, I think it's
somebody
going to
said
depend.
we
As
don't
of now,
draft prima donnas around here.
but
We
if
don't
they
take
do,
those
then
kind
it's
of bitches. And I love that quote, whoever it came from. It's like, dude, it's so true. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I played wide receiver. I did not act like the other wide receivers on my team. I was the first guy to go line up and hit the sled. I want to go hit the linemen and shit. Like all these other guys, like, oh, I want to run routes, coach, and blah blah blah. I never want to do drills. And I was looking at these guys like, why is this dude starting over me?
Right. Hey, I tell you what,
And my
I'm gonna
coach
go
was
run
like,
to the
well,
bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. We about to rant. We about to rant when I get back.
Yeah, do your thing.
My coach was pretty straight up. He was like, well, he's quick and he's fast. And he's like, you have the same amount of hands. Like, your hands is good. But he's like Spider-Man when the ball's in the air. I was like, oh, I realize that. I've seen that shit. This motherfucker can catch something back here, you know, kind of that move.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
But we had a shitty ass. The rest of the team was shitty. So every time this guy did it, like something spectacular, it was like, oh, he had like a 45-yard touchdown where he juked out 10 guys. And he's like, oh, it's coming back. There's a holding penalty. It's like, oh, go figure. You know what I mean? I felt so bad. I was like, that's why I played defense. Because our team sucks. And my name's getting called all the time, baby. Making all the stops. But it's true. I played safety, last line of defense. And there I was. And that's what it was. And I transitioned from there to the wide receiver position because they were like, hey, this guy's good hands. Ooh, you know, the thing that makes sense is we were a team that didn't throw the ball. We ran the football. We ran it 90% of the time. We had fullback traps. We had halfback counters. We were a misdirection type of team. And we had fast running backs. So we had 4 of those guys that were way better than me, and they just gave those guys the ball all the time. So whatever. I was blocking, and then like do a Travis Kelce thing, release, wide open for like a 25-yard touchdown, like once every other game. But yeah, small guy playing like a tight end role. Honestly, like offensive lineman role. But I was also a backup quarterback. I played running back, wide receiver. I knew all the positions on offense and special teams. So utility player all around. It's just what it was. Funny thing is, wife, beautiful wife, was a cheerleader. Didn't even know that I played football.
Oh, shoot, what happened to Bogard?
Hilarious. He was doing his thing.
Wait, what happened? Got stuck in the Matrix?
Yeah, probably. He jumped off. I was just keeping things going. I was telling everybody that I played a bunch of sports and I did football.
Oh,
and then my wife didn't even know that I did that. And she was a cheerleader.
There he is.
And she didn't even know.
He's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Definitely was in the Matrix. And man, I do gotta dip out now because my studio session is back on. And I'm about to ride out.
All right, we gotta get you rant. Let's get you rant then. Let's get you ranting before you dip, baby. Bogard's rant. Let's do it.
I'm tired of people disrespecting Joe Mixon. You know what I mean? His name should be within the top 5. You know what I mean? When you're talking about running backs, when you're ranking running backs, motherfuckers should have them closer to the top 5. You know what I mean? There's just too many. You know, I'd even take him over Chubb at this point. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I would too. Sure. I would too. Yep.
Me too. Yeah. I'm doing it now.
And my whole thing is people. You know what I'm saying?
I'd take him over McCaffrey. How about that?
They can't say anything, but oh, he gets hurt because you can't talk about his talent. He's a top 5 talent, just skill set to me. You know what I mean?
Gets the volume, does what he is expected to do with it. And the only thing holding him back is a shitty team.
Yeah. But yeah, fellas, well, shit, man. Y'all have a good one. Spencer, sorry I had to run and I was in and out the Matrix tonight, but it's always a pleasure. I'll be back here Friday if you need me, because I love rocking with you.
Oh yeah, we'll have to start making this a weekly thing. Most definitely, man. Me and Peacock about a rant to close it out. But yeah, man, have a good studio stash. We'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Love you, Bogie. Hey, turn up in the studio and shoot me the shit, man. I want to hear it when it's done.
Yeah, I will too.
All right, man. Do your magic.
Yes, sir.
Good shit. I love myself some Bogard Scott free. That man
Yeah.
is
he's a
he's a
poet,
show.
man. He's a
He's a show
showman.
amongst himself. He's a living legend. The dude is
Yes.
one of my best friends. Not gonna lie to you, honestly. In the virtual world, since I started doing this stuff maybe 3 years ago,
Oh yeah, he's amazing, man.
he's literally through this thing. Besides him and like Gemmo, and then like you guys, you know, through a distance. But Bogart now, he's my best friend, dude. It's fucking weird. Weird because I met him online. I've never met him in person.
Yeah,
And
we
I
need to all
talked to him
meet in person, man. We have a group thread with me, him, and BWB Blitz with Blake. Where
the
it's like
thing is,
about
me,
meeting in
me
person.
and you are really close. Like I can go, like when I'm in Houston, I'll call you up and be like, "Hey, man, I'm close." Like I'm like 4
Yeah,
out.
for
Like,
sure.
we can make it work. We can make it work and be like,
Oh
"I'm
yeah,
not
we
doing nothing."
will.
All right, boom.
We'll meet at Bucky's. We'll meet at a Bucky's.
We'll meet at a Bucky's.
They got the
man.
Bucky's there.
Yeah, we'll meet at a Bucky's.
Yeah.
We'll get some beaver nuggets.
Yeah, and them goddamn. The last time I went to Bucky's, I got that goddamn Bucky's fudge, boy. Whoo, that shit was fire.
For those of y'all who don't know what a Bucky's is, it's like a giant gas station.
Biggest gas station in the world.
Everything's
literally
bigger.
like was it like 1,000 gas pumps or some shit, 100 stalls.
I don't know, but there's multiple Bucky's. Like, look, I can't travel 200 miles without running to a next Bucky's because Texas is so big.
Yeah, they're finally about to open one in Louisiana. I was like, man, it's about time.
Look,
Texas
when I go to like the shortest distance is like San Antonio, 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I run into 2 Bucky's on the way there. You know what I mean? And on the main highway. So there's, there's Bucky's everywhere. And it's so, honestly, it's cool because it's like a big ass truck stop, really, but it's also for the commercial folk for you to like realize what truck drivers have to deal with going to gas stations. So you get some cool little novelty things. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Bucky's.
pretty dope.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you have to go there. You have to go there. Bucky's,
you have
baby.
to go there.
Bucky's give me money. We need to start getting some sponsors for our shows, man. We need to start I was thinking about that Canes, Raising Canes. I was talking with Bogard. Like,
I just had some Raising Canes for the first time. My boss was like raving about it.
Fuck yeah, man.
He's like, check this out. They have some cane sauce. I do like that. That's cool. They had a good chicken sandwich, but I haven't done like the tenders and the whole deal, but people say if you go to Raising Cane's,
you gotta get the box combo. That's the best deal.
That I hear the box combo with the cane sauce.
With the extra cane sauce. Cause check this out.
I've done a chicken sandwich.
They even did the beer. I think I showed this to you. The No Slaw Extra Toast IPA. Nice. I saved the can, man. I gotta save the can. Like, this shit is so
cool. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, and it tastes good. It's like a lemonade IPA because Cane's is also known for their lemonade. So like, this shit was.
I have so many cans up there. I was just trying to pull a cool one off, but I think I'm exhausted.
This is actually, I'm not like I normally always would throw the can. I was like, I gotta keep this one. It's my one can I keep.
So yeah, that one's dope.
Yep, yeah, it's at a special place I'm already local. Cane's was actually founded in Baton Rouge, right near LSU's campus. I've been to the original.
Nobody does fried chicken like Louisiana, I feel. I mean, Texas is known for its barbecue. The Houston area is known for its barbecue, doing shit, but fried chicken. Once I go that way, Louisiana, going on into like Florida, like that was the first time I ever had Popeyes. Like we didn't have Popeyes in Texas when I first went that direction, and I was like, oh shit, it's way better than Churches. We had Churches. I was like, this is way better because Churches is all like just fried bread. There's no chicken in there. It's all crispy.
Yeah, I've never even had Churches. Yeah, that's why I don't even want to fuck with that. I've been spoiled.
You're from Louisiana. You don't need to have Churches.
Yeah, I've been spoiled. Yeah, living in Louisiana, Cane's, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A.
You do not need to have Churches.
All the local places. Man. I tell you what, the best local fried chicken joint around here, Mama's Fried Chicken in Opelousas. Holy shit, is that shit
Mama's
good.
Fried Chicken in Opelousas.
Mama's Fried Chicken. Yep, Opelousas, man, north of Lafayette. Yeah, that's so good, dude. And they give you, I tell you what, they give you if you get the full bill, they give you like a mixed basket with like a breast, a leg, a thigh, and a wing, and then a big ass fluffy biscuit. I tell y'all, man, way better. Like Popeye's biscuits, I fuck with them, but they're real dry. Yeah, they're dry. But check this out, Mama's big fluffy motherfucker, not dry at all. This thing is fluffy. It will warm your belly. I'm telling y'all.
That's what I'm talking
Mama's
about.
fried chicken, give me money. Yeah, it will be a lot better than Popeye's biscuits.
I will jot that down and make sure that I make that a necessity when I'm there.
Yeah, whenever you come up here from Mardi Gras to drive up there and get the detour. Actually, you know what's funny? St. Landry Parish, for those of y'all not from me, by the way, we're the only state that we're parishes, not counties. I don't know what kind of
alcohol we came up with. No, I understand.
But it's our thing, it's our thing. St. Landry Parish.
Louisiana, bro. That's why y'all could gamble on the river.
Right? We are what we are. We do our own thing. We don't answer nobody.
14 flags under Louisiana.
Right? Yeah, because I tell you what, St. Landry Parish, these motherfuckers, they do the Mardi Gras.
We're under French law. No. German. No.
Yeah, they check this shit out. They don't do Mardi Gras. No. They don't do Mardi Gras with floats. You know how they do Mardi Gras? They chase chickens. They chase the chickens in St. Landry. In my moo Mardi Gras, they go and they chase the chickens.
I already know, man. Dude. I already know that you're gonna teach me. When I go there and I'm ready to do this, because about 10 years ago, right before I married my wife, I was gonna go to New Orleans and I was gonna go have a good time. And I talked about it just the other day. It's like, man, I was ready to go have a good old freaking time and like have a blast right before I got married, dude. And I got my house broken into and I got robbed.
Right, yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah. So that's what ended up happening. And to this day, I have not been to New Orleans, and I have not.
You gotta get your ass over.
No, I'm so mad because I feel like it's part. I feel like it's almost part of my upbringing, like being here on the. I was raised on the Gulf Coast.
You're right near the border.
Exactly. I live right here by South Padre Island. Like I'm right on the Gulf. It's like 200 miles, maybe, it's the same kind of thing. It's just, we don't experience the same kind of fruitful shrimp and whatever it is, but still it is what it is. And we don't have the great accents and all that crap either. But I love it. I love the fishing things and all that stuff, but I've never been one of those people, but it's just still part of my culture. It's like, I don't want to go fishing with my brother-in-laws or like whatever the fuck. But everybody
I'm not a huge fisherman, but I'll fuck with it. Yeah, go with the family.
And we all go fishing.
Yeah.
So we just do it,
It's peaceful. Yeah, fishing's peaceful, man. I'll fuck with it.
It is.
Or you can turn it. If you go in the morning, just real chill, or you can go later and have a few beers.
It's like before you it's like no wake, and it's like boom, let's just cruise out here, real chill. You throw, come back, we didn't catch shit. No pressure. We're just out there. But nobody does that. Right. It's always like, we need to catch something. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, just buy it. Like, we don't need to fucking catch the salmon. You can just buy it. We can cook it later.
Fuck it. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I tell you what, you got anything you want to, it's been on your mind that you want to rant about, do the Peacock rant?
I will rant about this.
All right, go for it.
Give me 30 seconds.
My friend. Go.
Start the timer. Houston Texans.
All right.
Make your coaching decision now. It's been time. The candidates are not growing or popping out. There's nobody you should be waiting for, whether it's Flores, Mayo, or any of the other guys. Make the decision now. There's no time to waste. This is a rebuild. Caserio, I get it. You want to take your time and do what you want to do, but now we don't even know what the fuck is going on. As fans, people are hiring people left and right. We need to know the direction the team's going. Hire the team. That's my 30 seconds.
There you go.
Hire the coach. so we can
hire
move
the
on.
coach. Yeah, hire the coach to get the team straight. Yeah, that makes sense, man, because these coaches are getting picked off the tree real fast. I mean, look at the Giants. Just hired Brian Dable. Look at the Jags.
I've been
Closing in
all
on the
about
deal
Nick
with
Caserio
Byron
and what he
Leftwich.
has and his plan, dude. And I've been trusting him, but I thought he was moving fast early. Now he's taking a break. Now it feels like he doesn't know who he wants to hire as a head coach. That's going to be some problems with the fans. We need to have some decisiveness. Let's move forward. Let's figure out what we're getting for Deshaun. Let's move forward with Mills, bring some other players in, do something, do something. Have a plan.
Got it. Be more decisive. Yeah, gotta have a plan of action. Yeah, have a plan. Either we're gonna either rebuild with Davis or move forward with Deshaun. But honestly, it's probably for the best interest. I would just rebuild with Davis because it's like by the time y'all would get good enough to win with Deshaun, he's gonna start to be getting a little his age.
I'm not even worried about that.
30,
like you send him off, you get what you can.
Yeah, send him off. I'm with you. Send him off. I'm
rebuild with the young guy Mills.
I'm all about rebuilding. Like, and as a Saints
Mills
fan,
is a bridge, and Mills will get the chance to be a starter, I think, in the league here with the team, and give him his shot. And he deserves that. Being a smart kid, I think, and he playing very well, as opposed to all the other rookie quarterbacks who played. You're talking about Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, like guys like that.
Zach Wilson,
Davis Mills played way better. If you just look at the tape, look at the film, any situation, just when he's in there, he played better than all of them. He just did.
Yeah, he did great. He really made the most of a bad situation. I'll tell you what, and this is my case for rebuilding, because if y'all keep rebuilding, then y'all get higher draft picks and be able to stack up assets with my Saints, right? Do a little tangent.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the Jaguars who just do that and don't go anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the fear. That's the fear that a lot of my fellow Whodats have is we had a lot of down years, and so they don't want to go back to the baghead days, the Aints.
I remember those days.
So they're scared of a rebuild because of that. But the thing is, though, if we rebuild the right way,
we got to embrace the rebuild in order for it to happen.
Because guess what? If we suck this year, right? Let's say we suck or not even suck there. Let's say we win 8 games or whatever, or let's just say we really suck.
That's way better. That's twice as much better than what my team did this year. So
yeah, I was saying,
we
win 8
we had
games.
Deshaun Watson and everybody, JJ Watt, and we still won 4 games. So
yeah. I mean,
why are people all upset about rebuilding?
Yeah,
those guys
check this out. If the Saints rebuild, if the Saints rebuild and retool, guess who we could get in the 2023 draft? Bryce motherfucking Young. Just imagine that, Bryce Young on the Saints. That dude.
I'm with you because the Texans could also get Bryce Young.
Yeah, it's like we might be battling an out for a tank for
Look,
Bryce.
We're not committed to Davis Mills. He's on his rookie contract, but he played very well considering everything. Like he just went in there and he's like, I'm gonna play my kind of ball. And I didn't do good. Okay, well this guy's back because he's not hurt anymore. Oh, he's hurt again. I'm back, and he's like, I balled out. I just fucking played way better than all the other guys that have been playing all year long compared to me. That's something that kind of threw a little, and it sucks that it happened at the end of the year because you want to contribute that to they're nobody cares about them and everybody was undervaluing them and he just whatever. No, I feel like, hey, man.
The Titans were fighting for the bye week and y'all almost came back and beat them.
I knew that was going to happen. I also placed several bets on the Texans to at least win 4 games. And I got very lucky and that happened.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And y'all won.
We know that we were following this. I made everybody very aware of my bets that I had with the Texans.
Right on.
It felt so good. But at the same time, I was very scared because I wasn't sure that was going to happen. That was something I did a year in advance, just having some faith in the fact that the team can't be that bad. A team can't be that bad. You can't just be that bad and lose you have to completely suck to lose. Not win 4 games, to not win to win 3 to 2 games, you have to eat. It has to be like a shit show. Like you don't know what the fuck is going on. New York Jets. Sorry, but shit, man. Like what the fuck? How can you not win more than 2 games with a Zach Wilson and Elijah Moore. You have
in the
way more talent than
Trevor motherfucking Lawrence. No way, or 1 or 2, whatever it was shitty.
They have so much talent. Like, you could have won more than 2 games, but that's why it's like, oh yeah, Baker Mayfield was like, he's gonna suck for his whole life, and I knew this because he's an Oklahoma quarterback, and those guys don't do shit. They just throw it to playmakers, or they hand it off to playmakers. I'm gonna go on record. That's what that is. Show me an Oklahoma quarterback who's been good in the NFL.
Yeah, I was saying the best one's Kyler Murray, but he got exposed in the playoffs. I mean,
who? Kyler Murray? Has he won anything?
Yeah, no, hell no.
He won a playoff game.
Jalen Hurts? Hell no. He got exposed too.
Fuck OU. Oklahoma doesn't know anything about shit. Look, I'm from Texas. Sorry. Okay, this is where we play real football. All right, where we don't
y'all do like y'all in high school.
We don't have pretend championships.
In high school football, y'all do 6A. That's when you know y'all legit. Y'all do like big shit. But yep.
We don't fuck around.
Right, exactly. So I say we'll about to put a little bow on this thing, but before we do, I want to get to my rant because I've got something to rant about. And it has to do, I remember I mentioned about Cooper Kupp, and it has to do with these motherfucking star ratings. This site, and I fuck with them. They're a good site. They provide a lot of info on recruiting, 24/7 sports. But I tell y'all what, please do not view these high school star ratings as any indication of what these kids are going to do in the NFL, if they even make it to the NFL. Because guess what? All the stars, I know, but a lot of today's NFL stars were extremely slept on. Check this shit out. All right, here we go. Look at this dumbass shit, man. Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, right? Like the can't miss stud prospect, 3-star. Like just man, he's mediocre. Okay, porn star Jimmy. I mean, I'm not saying he was probably like, out of high school, they're probably like, this guy might not be that great. Only went to Eastern Illinois. But a 2-star, like, come on, man. How did y'all not see more potential than that? Patrick, all right, here's one for y'all really that's going to get y'all. Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick motherfucking Mahomes, the baby goat, killing it, man. No one's better than him right now. 3 stars. Only 3 stars? How can you only give this guy 3 stars? This dude can do it all. He's got the golden arm. And all right, this one really got me going because it's like this dude is the biggest beast in the NFL as far as defensive players, man. Big Aaron Donald. I mean, the dude's unblockable pretty much. And out of high school, but how could the scouts have missed on this much? 3 stars for Aaron Donald. Like, how what? Are you kidding me? It's crazy, man. Travis Kelce, he wouldn't really have a position yet. He was just labeled as an athlete. But check out this disrespect. 2 stars. Only 2 stars for Travis motherfucking Kelce. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I would say, like, me, like, going through school, I was like a Travis Kelce. He's like, what position does he play?
Yeah,
he's a backup quarterback. He's a backup wide receiver. He does all the special teams. Doesn't matter, coach. I'm giving you 110%. Right? They got to reward guys like that a little more often. That's my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. They say that Devontae Adams, his profile picture on here is him playing basketball.
Yeah, Adams wasn't even good coming into his first 2 years. He actually sucked as a wide receiver. He worked on his release package, and he told us 2 years ago of the most expansive release package to ever come out of the game, and he tore it up and he became the wide receiver 1 right after he said that. So
exactly. And these are the 2. Yeah, that's what shows
hard work. Obviously,
hard work beats talent, man.
With Aaron Rodgers this year, but injuries.
Yep, hard work
away from the player.
Because
some guys can just ball. Yeah, look, and that's the thing with my buddy. He was like, OBJ could always ball. He can always ball. It's like, man, he hasn't done it in forever. And he finally did this year. He's like, I told you. I was like, yeah. How many championships did you lose? He's like, 4. I was like, okay. Because you were drafting OBJ too high.
Yeah, well, I could actually pull up the
believe in him. Here, draft him accordingly.
Yeah, I could pull up. Yeah, actually, I'll pull it up once I go through all the names because I checked this out. Josh Allen, the Stallion, 2 stars. 2-star. Josh Allen, the Stallion, y'all. 2-star. How? How? He was already 6'5" in high school.
That
Like he's
sounds
a
like the way I
big
grade myself with things. It's like I
2
don't believe in myself.
stars.
I'm always like, no,
2
this guy.
stars. This shit is crazy. And check this out, y'all. All right, y'all really want to get this one because we just mentioned him earlier. Cooper Cup. Y'all want to know how many stars he had? Check
Oh,
this
it must
out.
be like at least below 6.
Yeah, check it out. Here we go. 5 stars.
Told you.
Nope. Was he a 4-star? Nope. Nope. He got to be at least a 3-star, right?
Wow.
Nope. He's
Because
got to
he's
be
small.
at least a 2-star. He's probably a 2-star, huh? Is he? Nope.
Not even a
Clown
2-star.
show continues.
Give me everybody who rated him something else. So I want to just put them on blast on Twitter.
The circus hadn't even started yet. Check this out. The circus is just getting started because he did. Is he a 1-star? Did they even give him a star? Nope.
Wow. I love his story now.
Has
I
arrived.
love Cooper Cup now.
0 stars. Not even a headshot by these motherfuckers. Didn't
I
even give the
love
man
Cooper
a
Cup.
headshot.
No, man, I fucking love that dude.
I mean,
I
like,
love that. You know why? That's like
crazy.
that
How
makes
you
me
gonna
feel
give
like
the man a
everything that I did
what the hell,
in
man?
life.
It's crazy.
It's not for naught. This motherfucker's an NFL superstar, and he got the same treatment.
That's what
I
I'm
love
saying, man. Hard work over talent, man. These guys, like all these 5-stars.
Doesn't even matter.
I'm a
Sometimes you get the hard, you do all the hard work and do the talent, and you're still the best in the world, and nobody wants to recognize you.
That's
And
what I'm
fine.
saying, man. It's crazy, man. Check this out. Check this. And I mean, I covered high school sports for a while, so I mean, I'm down with recruiting. I used to look at all that 247 stuff all the time, but like, check this out, man. Shout out to my boy Ben Heck, a fellow writer. He's a freelance writer, and he's the one that brought this up. Look at this shit, man. Josh Allen, Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, just the utter disrespect. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it just goes to show that just please, y'all, as far as, for college, it's like, okay, like it's one thing if you're a college fan, but if you're an NFL fan, like just don't even worry about that shit, man. Just like, which I know most people don't, but it's just funny looking back on it. It just goes, I think it's really more, this is really more the reason I'm ranting about this because I'm so sick and tired of these haters, man, that they hate.
I don't like haters.
And
look,
they want to act like,
look, I like to promote my heyday because, hey, this is my achievement at the peak of myself, and this is what I did. And why is anybody gonna hate on it? Like, if you're doing that, you're
people will.
You're doing it because they don't have anything else to promote for themselves.
Exactly, because they're
you
jealous.
Can't just clap along. Look, if everybody was just like, "Oh, that's great," the whole entire world would be terrific. We wouldn't have problems. Fact is, get jealous. They don't want to.
Well, I mean, we don't. I mean, to counter that, I mean, we don't want everyone to just clap along because we want to have people to, to motivate. We want motivators too. We want constructive criticism, right? But we also, I agree with your point that we don't want people we don't want mindless criticism. Like you can go and tell your whole life story how you came out the mud and all that, but then you'll always have some motherfucker be like, "Oh, you're a bitch," or "Oh, you're a pussy." Just
were you not listening to anything?
Yeah, they don't. They literally just hate. They're literally just straight up haters because they're empty inside. It's sad, but hopefully we get less haters and more motivators. That's the key. And we want lovers too. We always want supporters and lovers, but motivators as well. Like I will
tell you this, Spence. Love you, man. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
Always
Likewise, brother.
So grateful to have you ask me to be on the show and be like, "Hey, man, come fill out some time with me." I'd love it. That to me.
Hell yeah, we've been on over 2 hours.
No, but that's precious. Like that's awesome. That's cool. That shows that you value my time and you appreciate what I have to say.
Yeah, man. I always love your takes.
I very much appreciate that. I'm so grateful that you asked me to be on the show tonight, and that's why I was here. and I made it a
and the
point to do it.
graphics, the artwork, you got the total package going on.
Thank you so much. I do. And you know, and that goes a long way. It doesn't have to be like people, whatever, like, you know, people appreciate things. You just let them know that. You know, you like something, give somebody a compliment, pay them that. It's gonna go a long way for you in life.
Yeah,
I try
for
to do that
sure.
all the time.
For sure, man. Yeah, I always take note of the people that give back to the community and shout me out and always have good vibes. I take note of that, you know, and then I see the ones that kind of, you know, have the wacky energy. You know, I take notes mentally, you know, I take notes, you know, so if y'all, I'm watching, you know, I'm watching, and I always, you know, I try to keep a cool, calm, humble approach, but sometimes if someone really pissing me off, I'll have to flash out. But for the most part, I stay real cool and calm because I try to always, like Bogie says, you're a reflection of who you surround yourself with. So I always try to surround myself with great people, people that I would be honored to meet in person, you know, like people that I'd be like I would fuck with, like I'd fuck with y'all in real life for sure. Like, I mean, it's like, when we doing this podcast shit, I mean, we could, like, I mean, we'd be boys if we were like, if we were neighbors or whatever. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, no, we do the podcast shit because we know that we're fucking cool. But like, we already know, like, hey, we're gonna get together in real life. Like, shit, this shit's about to get fucking crunk.
Right, exactly.
We're all the same. We're birds of a feather.
Exactly. Yep, birds from the feather flock together, like they say. Oh yeah, it's just awesome, man. Because, and I tell you what, because whatever we do, because that's what I'm trying to do, man, and that's the mission here. For those that have stuck around all this time, really appreciate y'all. And we've got a lot on the horizon because this is just the start. This is just the beginning. I always tell people, I say it's the Bogard every time we talk. We're just getting started.
Yeah, we're just scratching the surface, man. And if you got like a loyal base of people who like enjoy your content, who are talking about stuff and helps them.
Guru
exactly, you got the Guru Nation, you know, following you. Then we're more than happy to contribute and help and give our takes on certain things, and you know, bring whatever we bring on a certain platform over the other, or extend it and give, you know, different takes throughout the week. Doesn't matter. The thing is, like, you know, we're a bunch of friends. We're cool. We have a goal here, whatever it may be. But the fact of the matter is, we're interacting. We're trying to have fun. You know, we're not out here trying to be something divisive or
or being something that we're not. Yeah, we're not trying to come up with false takes and, oh, you got to take the opposite side, or, oh, you've got to
or try to be all crazy. Yeah. Like, we can agree on something and be like, oh, we think this is going to run away with it because of this, or blah blah blah. But you know, we do that. But at the end of the day, anytime when I do something, I always want to leave something extra. Like, you know, you took away a little bit more than just the fantasy take, or whoever this is, or whatever, like some sort of personal experience or something that I went through, or a trial of the tribulation, or whatever it may be, but it helps somebody out there who's listening. That, to me, the next time or the next day or whatever, whenever somebody says that, that's the coolest. It's like, shit, man, I was going down some sort of weird thing and you said, you know, some random shit, and out of nowhere, like, I feel a lot better about my life.
Yeah, that's awesome that you brought that up, man. Actually, I think we're about to put a bow on this, and we'll each give a little closing statement, man. And shoot, I think we're gonna make this. I'm glad you brought that up, man, because mental health and just general well-being is such a big thing.
Basically,
I know Jimmo talks about that all the time, and I really am down with that because that gets so overlooked, especially in the, I hate to say it, but the sports industry, as fun as it is, a lot of times mental health gets overlooked because you're supposed to be tough, you know, you're supposed to be able to, oh yeah, macho, you know,
or you cover it up, and it's
I mean, that's all well and good when shit's going well for you, but whenever you're down in the rabbit hole, it's like everyone gets down in that rabbit hole at times. No one's above that. No one is above adversity. I don't care who you are. I mean, fuck shit. Tom motherfucking Brady has adversity at times. I mean, that's just is what it is. I mean, obviously, some are more than others, but in some of it's kind of self-inflicted. But I tell you what, man, ever since I've been more aware of my mental health, my life has been so much smoother and so much happier. And it just goes to show.
I totally agree. Honestly, when I started paying attention to myself and like taking care of my psyche, kind of like realizing like, oh, I'm not gonna let this like bother me. You know, like kind of just like why am I making a big deal out of nothing kind of thing.
Exactly.
Usually,
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind
So
of started doing that more, and things just got a little easier, and it's just
yeah,
like,
exactly. Exactly. And doing little things each day. That's why if I could leave y'all with
right,
anything, it's just do little things each day. Like for example, with the gym, I know you like to work out, right?
I do,
Peacock, or yeah, I say yeah, we're liking that too. I like to hit the
I
gym and
do.
stuff, but
It gives me
I
a good
actually
like rush, a good pump.
exactly. It does for me too. But I tell you this, I used to get into that gym intimidation thing where when I'd go to the gym, I'd feel the need that I'd have to try to bench a plate or deadlift 2 plates and all that.
Yeah,
For now, I don't worry about that stuff. I
no,
actually
exactly.
canceled my gym membership. I bought my own bench, and what I do, I'll work out now at home, and I just do what I can do. I don't compare myself to people. All I do is
Yeah,
compare
and
me
that's
to
like,
me and try to go up in weight each week. And that's it.
yeah,
I
that's the
don't
biggest
care
thing.
about having to,
Challenge
oh, I've got to
yourself,
do
and
a plate. I've got to do two
no, yeah,
plates, or
no,
I've got,
challenge
or oh,
yourself,
I'm weak
and
if
don't
not.
don't compare
No,
yourself
man.
to other people.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's where
Just
the
do your
danger
own
comes.
thing. Do your own thing, And I mean, if the gym's the only thing, because I mean, I'm lucky to have that. I mean, my friend sold me that for a good deal. Shout out to my man
That's
Jimmy.
awesome, man.
And
Love that for you.
yeah, yeah, I'm glad I've because for a while I was like, man, I'm done with this shit because I got tired of the gym intimidation bullshit, and then the people I was working with.
Intimidation. That's a good one.
Yeah, well,
I don't think I've
for a
heard that.
while I was doing
Intimidation.
good with. Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, they told me because it was and honestly, it was fucked up because it was some like it was like I'd be going and they'd have different people I'd work out with, and they'd be like, oh, why can't you do more or whatever? It's like, well, I do what
Yeah,
I
no,
can
that's not
do,
fair.
man.
That's not the right way
I
to
don't
do
know,
it.
man. Yeah, exactly. And then I'd see then they'd have these guys that would be in there just totally flexing for no reason. I will say the only thing I miss about going to the gym is the chicks, man. Boy, that's the only thing I miss, man. But
Nah, I don't know
but
much about that, but I do know quite a bit about the gym culture, and I used to own a gym at one point, and I do know the pressure that comes with like wanting to lift more and do this and do that. And you just kind of have to be within yourself and
oh
know
yeah,
what
exactly,
what you can do.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
it's not
I'm
about a
probably gonna
personality.
go back even. Once I move to New Orleans, I'll probably get a gym membership somewhere out there because I'll probably have to have a roommate and won't be able to have the thing I have now. But for now, this is what works for me, and I'm glad I've rediscovered myself with that because for a while I was just like, I was just kind of done with it. I was like, yeah, but I got back into it and eating better, training harder. Been
Yeah,
playing
that's a big part of
basketball
it.
and
You kind of limiting your calorie intake and knowing what you can do, and like kind of setting some limits, and then doing something small, and then building on that. That's the way you get real back into the fitness.
oh yeah,
That
exactly.
based on
Another
my own
thing.
personal experience.
Right, yeah, health, yeah, health and all, and then also spirituality, something I've been more
Oh, it all
conscious of
ties in.
lately.
Honestly, it does. Everything's all
Prayer and
tied in.
meditation, man. I've been doing both. I've been
It
on a
honestly,
rotation.
it all goes back to that, like giving yourself some time. Like when I get home, and it's weird if I don't give myself a little bit of time to decongest in the car, and I just have to get the kids off. I need to like disappear and not have anybody ask me to do anything for like 20, 30 minutes. But if I sit in the car 5, 10 minutes and the kids are just listening to music and I kind of drown them out, and then I get off and I start doing stuff, I can get into my regular routine once I get home from work like pretty fast. It just, you just kind of have to decompress, I feel, and
Yeah,
give yourself
exactly.
enough space to be able to deal with everything else that keeps you going, because like life doesn't stop. It's your work day
Yeah.
stops, but you just keep going, and
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah. It never
endless and
stops, man.
tiresome.
Yeah, time don't stop for no man. So yeah, definitely,
No.
definitely got to decompress. And yeah, what works for me is a lot of times like before I go to bed, I'll have like I'll put on the tell you what works for me with meditation is a Bob Ross painting video. Man, Bob Ross
Oh,
give me money. That
I'm a
shit's so
big Bob
peaceful.
Ross fan, but you
Yes,
know what?
he's awesome, man. He's like just paint
Yeah, but
happy
that's
little
cool. Like,
trees,
and then
just
you put this
just
on
so
before I go to
chill.
bed. That'll definitely put
Oh,
you in
it
the right
puts me to
mood.
sleep. Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling, but it also gets me thinking about life too, because I see how he does it.
Yeah,
He just
it's
vibes,
look.
man. He just paints. That's why I'm trying to just live more. Just
I don't want to
live
put
more
words in Bob
spontaneously.
Ross's. I don't want to put words in Bob Ross's mouth, but I would figure that Bob Ross is one of those kind of people who says it's not about what happens in life. It's about how you react to it.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
So if you can deal with stuff, obviously, like, you're going to be fine. But, if you stub your toe and it's the end of your day, then you're going to ruin a bunch of other people's days,
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, it's
if
how
you
you
can,
respond to shit. Yeah,
and
adversity.
that's the
Yeah,
way I deal with
and
stuff.
not
Like, I'll
quit. Yeah, because
give me
yeah,
the burden. Let me take it on, you know, and that's just it. Like, I'd rather deal with the burden of the people. But the thing is, people that I love, that I'm doing that for, don't realize that's what I'm doing. and, then they just think I'm an asshole. And I was like, this is not my intention.
yeah,
But,
man. It's a tightrope, man. I think it's like
it
walking a
is. But at the end,
tightrope.
also at the end of the day, I'm
But
not looking for like gratification. Like, I'm just trying to make everybody happy. And
yeah,
they
exactly.
don't
Yeah, but
realize
yeah,
it, then, oh
doing the
well.
best you can. That's all you can do at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to before we sign off, I want to put that we're back live with another Guru Nation podcast. Appreciate everyone that tuned in, and shout out to our special guest Bogie, who he'll be back as a regular, and then my man Miles Peacock, the Neon Peacock. Shout out
Thank
to
you, Guru.
Oh yeah, anytime, man. And I guess before we go, we can let the people know one more time about the website there.
Just straight up, and neonpeacock.threadless.com. That's where I sell all of my merch. Go in there. You can browse between prints to t-shirts to mouse pads to anything. I would suggest that's the place you start. And then if you like my content, you can go on to Twitter and Instagram and do other things there. But I would suggest starting right there at neonpeacock.threadless.com. Thank you.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And y'all can check me out on all social media platforms at Spencer the Guru Nation. We're over 6K strong, almost 7K strong on Instagram. We're building it up on Twitter. We're building it up here on YouTube. We're getting the Guru Nation network going. We got this live show going on. We're planning on our goal in a few weeks from now, especially when NASCAR starts up, because for those of y'all that don't know, I'm a big racing fan. This is the goal of this Guru Nation Network. I'm just letting my guard down and being myself. I'm fuck it. I mean, I love NASCAR. I'll just say it. I mean, a lot of people hate on NASCAR, but I love that shit, man. So we're gonna try to do 3 live shows every week, a racing show and a scouting show, and then just a fantasy show.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? I might want to try to link you up with one of my friends who loves NASCAR also, and see if
Nice.
you've ever heard of him.
Yeah, he could come on. Well, yeah.
My buddy Chase Holden. He has like a little pod that he does with NASCAR specifically. But
oh hell yeah,
I might like to link you guys up because he's super cool and he's all about that kind of stuff. So I think that you guys can hit it off, especially if you love NASCAR like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And IndyCar too.
Yeah, he's all about that. He is.
Oh hell yeah. I'm just a big auto racing guy. Like when I'm bored or whatever lately, like I used to think like I was like, man, what's something I can do when I'm just bored to kind of help like decompress my mentals or NASCAR game, this goofy NASCAR game I found on the computer. It's like at first it was tough. It was tougher than it looked, but now that I'm just like I drift. I straight up drift in that bitch. It's so fun. I'm just like, I'm hitting like
I had one like that too back in the day, and I was like getting too into it. I was like, oh, what? I'm like spending like they wanted me to like put real money into like, up my NOS and my exhaust system. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's when it gets crazy, man. But anyway, that's another PSA, man. For all y'all, I know in Louisiana betting went live, but please gamble responsibly. Y'all do not go on to the apps and throw thousands of dollars on that bitch.
Yeah, do it with some
chill with it. Yeah, be wise, be smart. Don't think you're gonna hack the system, man. These casinos, there's a reason they have all this luxury resort bullshit. It's because they're smart,
There's a reason I'm not
You're
an
not
NFT
gonna beat
millionaire right now.
You might beat them. You might beat them every now and then if you pick your spots right, which is what we try to do here. We try to make smart bets. But you just got to be responsible. Don't be that guy that gets burned by putting 5,000 on the Bengals and Burrow if would have bad luck and get hurt in the first quarter.
And then you're toast and you need that for rent,
Yeah, don't be like that, Don't be like that. But anyway, y'all, we're it's all good, y'all. Good vibes, good health. We're doing our thing. And yeah, be smart for sure. So I'm glad this podcast went really well because we were able to not only talk football, we got into a lot of deep subjects that I've been wanting to talk about on a podcast. I always felt like,
yeah.
I want
Thank you for inviting me on, Spence. Honestly.
Yeah, this is a great
Appreciate
show, man. This is great, and we'll definitely I'll have to definitely cut some clips from this, and the goal for the next show, hopefully, to be get a lot of people up in the comments. We can have audience members on and all that. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. We're just getting started, baby. Woo! I am hyped.
No,
This is awesome, man. This is awesome. Big shout out to everybody, our community. Bogard, Hustler, Jimmo, JC Money, all them boys, TD, Tyrant, all the Instagram guys, Flo Joe, 7 o'clock, Piggy Bank Picks. Shout out to all them boys, man, killing it. Fantasy football expert, fantasy analyst, man, all those guys out there. There's so many great accounts to go follow. Shoot, Stepmom Lauren. Y'all go follow Stepmom Lauren.
Hell yeah.
With Roto World. And Lord, Fantasy Football Lord, man, Lawrence Jackson be putting out the knowledge for y'all on the it's now NBC Sports Edge, actually. That's my go-to site for breaking fantasy news. But yeah, just shout out to all the great people in our community, man. It's awesome, man. And as far as big dogs, man, yeah, Fantasy Couch, another good one. And Nick from Big Dogs Gotta Eat, man, starting a new business. He's gonna have his own office and stuff. Really inspirational to show that you can really turn this fantasy shit into a business. Like, it's no joke. This is not a joke. People, hey, I got clowned a lot in
it's all about how hard you work, man.
Exactly. I got clowned so much for wanting to do this for a living, but I'm doing it. So I don't worry about that. I just keep on living, baby.
You know what, man? Don't worry about that shit. I got you back. And that should be a big boost to the ego, honestly. Like, if I got you and I got guys like you backing me up, we're ready to do this.
Oh, yeah, we got this, man. Kaka! Kaka and the Guru Nation unite.
Guru Nation.
Oh, yeah, we got it, man. The force is strong. And with that, we're going to put a bow on this one, and we're going to catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
It's time.